Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 98 of the Blrd podcast. As always, we have Greentuner.
Hello.
Creamcast.
Hello.
Darksyd.
Yo.
And myself, the Ed Underground Baby. How you guys doing?
Good.
Doing good, man.
Doing good.
How you doing?
Good.
Doing pretty good.
Doing pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Well, yeah, it's been a little while since we did a podcast. We took off last week. So that was a nice little refreshing mini vacation for us. What you guys do in that extra week that we had?
Nothing really. I just worked, but this week I'm off, so I'm enjoying some off time, not really doing anything.
You just randomly took off and not literally just chilling at home.
I'm just trying to use up some time, before the holidays. Randomly took some time off and just chilling.
Nice.
I hung out at a bar, but
what is that any different from any other time? Like, do you not hang out at bars normally?
Once in a while, but on a Wednesday, normally don't because we're here. So.
Instead of podcasting.
We're getting in the way of your life.
Yeah, he's like,
Sure.
Yeah, he would normally go to a
That's
bar.
pretty much what you just said right now.
Yeah.
Oh, not like that.
This will be bar time for you.
That's how it came across as.
Wow.
Like we're an inconvenience.
I know. It's
Well,
like
you ask what do we do, so I'm saying, hey, you hung out at a bar.
every time it's 5 o'clock for Ed. He's ready to go to that bar.
Right.
So, raging alcoholic.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So you went to the bar. What did you do? Did you just go there, hang out? Was it like music playing, like a band, live band?
This time it wasn't. There were just some people that I've known, partner in the city. They were hanging out at the bar. So after I was done doing my freelance work, decided to go to the bar, hang out with them.
Nice.
And yeah, nothing like extravagant or big, just hanging out. I don't know if I played Mortal Kombat that same night. Can't remember. But
At the bar?
no, afterwards.
So wait. So you do freelance work, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It must have been. Was it a busy night for you that night?
Doing graphics at that night was not that busy, so
Okay. I just want to make sure.
I do graphic design and video editing.
Graphics. Or
Yes.
does it just get graphic? Okay, gotcha. Wow. Okay, so
Did you make a lot of money that night? Is what we're asking.
Doing graphic design work that night,
Yeah, sure.
not as much as normally make, but
Is that what they're calling it these days?
yeah.
it's always been called graphic design.
Are you sitting on a donut pillow right now?
No, I don't have no
No.
reason to sit
No.
on
You
anything
did.
but a chair like I normally do.
You did say you had to change your pants out, and right before the stream.
Oh,
You
my
did.
goodness.
Yeah.
It must have been rough.
I always do that, whether I'm on here or my own channel, because I like to be comfortable when I
Sure.
am sitting down.
Gotta be comfortable
You
sitting down.
gotta be comfortable. Okay, so Ed does freelance work before
Whatever
he
you
goes to the
gotta
bar.
There we go.
Yeah. He gives the bartender like a whole bunch of crumpled up ones.
No, Ed loves the bar.
Yeah.
Nothing like a big old stiff bar for it.
Yeah.
Speaking about being comfortable, so I've had
Hey.
these for a while.
What's that?
Hold on.
Uh.
These are Linkin Park
Good.
sweatpants.
Oh, that's actually kind of
Oh,
cool.
yeah. Yeah, actually, I will say that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you
And
got the. Oh, go ahead.
Are you wearing the shirt to match?
No, I'm just wearing a triangle.
Oh, I
Triangles
thought
are
it was
something
Yeah,
we're on
kids,
the house.
kids
Linkin
wear
Park thing.
geometric shapes these days.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I do have my Linkin Park
Mother.
shirt.
Uh-huh.
It's still kind of wet. It was drying. But booyah.
All right, there it is.
I bet it's wet.
So you got all right. So
What
is
do
that is that the third shirt in the rotation?
It is 3 of 4 black
Three
shirts
of
that I
four.
have.
3 or
Yes.
4. Right. Wow. I mean,
That's pretty
That's all we
cool.
see you wear, though.
That's pretty cool.
black
What do you
shirts.
mean?
You know, Ed has literally a rotation of black shirts that we all think is the exact same shirt, but he just loves wearing black.
I have 4 black shirts.
Ed,
Everything else is
Ed,
either.
you're lying. I have not seen you wear any other colors
I
but
don't
black.
think I've ever seen you wear a color.
I have
Hey, no,
other
he
colors.
said 4 black shirts, guys. He said 4
Yes.
black shirts.
Okay, I mean,
So there's the Lincoln
This
Park.
one, I gotta watch
there's
this
the
one.
Triangle. Oh,
Ed, that doesn't look like a shirt.
Oh.
That looks just like a piece of
It's
cloth.
It's a shirt.
yeah. I've never seen you wear that, but that color
Never.
is That
What size
that,
is that? Like 4T, 5T?
No, it's I forgot what it's called. It's one of those male shirts that has a. It's not like a normal shirt.
Ed, say
Right,
words.
yeah.
Ed, you
He's
just
so confused.
yeah.
What?
You just
People
made
listen
hand
to
gestures,
this, right?
Yeah, people have to listen.
So
you
you
just
start gesturing.
forgot
Nobody
about that.
can see it
Yeah.
through audio.
So
You
all
literally
right,
just
so
made a
for-
gesture
for
like-
for
the shirt's like it's shaped like that. It's shaped just like that.
No, if you look at my hands,
Yeah.
follow it. That's the one. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
So for the listeners out there, I have 4 black shirts. I showed a Lincoln Park shirt, and my non-black shirt is it's called a scoop shirt.
A scoop shirt.
It's
Okay.
a maroon scoop shirt.
But Ed,
I like to wear scoop shirts.
he's got a total of 5 shirts.
5 shirts and they're all dark colors.
No, 4 black shirts that are black,
Yeah.
and everything else
One-
is pretty much.
Pictures that are
It's black. I think all we're saying is that ultimately, I know you have a lot of shirts, but what I'm saying is that
Yes.
I don't believe you at the same time, because I literally every time I see you, no matter what the occasion is, I think even on your wedding day, you're gonna wear a black shirt, and like it's always going to be you just wear black every Easter Sunday, black shirt. The Resurrection of Christ, black shirt. I mean,
Wow.
Ed,
No,
you just
Creamcast. What you don't understand is he has 4 black shirts
that are black.
Yes.
that are black.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm glad. Thank
Okay.
you for the clarification.
Everything else in my clothing arsenal, it's different
Well,
color
like Creamcast
shirts.
said, when are you gonna wear some color? Can you put something
I
on that we
just
haven't
showed
seen?
you that I have a pink shirt. Oh, not pink shirt, pink hoodie.
I
why don't you just wear that?
Can we be honest?
I'd
I'm
much
not
rather
wearing
see
it
you
now.
in
I've
that
worn it
pink
on
hoodie than
stream
this.
before.
Have you guys?
So when I wear
No.
my pink hoodie, I wear my black leather jacket over it.
Well, we don't see that. Like,
Then that
I've
defeats
worn
the
it here before.
purpose.
I don't remember a pink hoodie because you always wearing
I've
something
ne-
black on top of it.
Yeah, I don't think
Dark
I'm
side,
wearing
do you
black
remember
on
a
here.
pink
When I
hoodie? 'Cause
go
I've
out
never
into
seen a pink
the
hoodie.
real world, would be hanging out or whatever, I'm wearing different color clothes.
Yes,
besides the
but
4
this
black
is
shirts
not
that I have.
that. If we can't see it, what's the point?
I've known you in the real world, and I've never seen you wear anything.
That's true.
Yeah, like why
We've
did
seen you in person, and I've never seen
Yeah,
a pink
And I've worn a
hoodie.
black shirt because I have 4 black shirts.
yeah, why is
We can confirm he has black
for
shirts.
sure it's that are black.
Yeah,
And
I confirm.
I love how I love how Greentuner is like, hey, by the way, I like Ed. We like Darksyd just said, like, Ed, we know you in real life, and Greentuner's like, oh yeah, I forgot about. That's a good point. We do know you in the real world. Like, yes, Ed.
No, it's just, I forgot that I saw him in person not too long ago. That's I'm like, oh yeah.
yeah,
I was wearing black. Yeah.
yes, exactly. You're always wearing black. Like you're
Yeah.
just you're just a like I can see why you like goth girls now, because you guys are kindred spirits. You're always wearing black and everything else. Like
I do like goth girls.
you do love goth girls. You did make a post on Facebook recently about goth girls. I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, messing around.
No,
I
you
thought
weren't
it was
messing
fun.
around. That was literally
No,
Yeah,
you're
that was,
not
that's
messing
what-
around. You know,
that-
you look, Ed, and I get it. They're fun. They are very fun. But
Yeah,
Ed
very, very hot.
wants like you know,
Go on.
Ed wants broken toys. Okay.
Whoa,
Wait,
whoa,
no, that's funny thing is he
Whoa,
did
whoa,
it.
whoa.
Ed, you
I know
did
what you were
admit
gonna
that.
say.
No, Ed, you did admit that on your post, your social media post.
No, I didn't.
yes, you
take my
did.
post seriously.
I take everything you
took
say
it
seriously. I take everything you say seriously.
No. You know what? This is bullshit because we've known it. We've seen it in action. We know you love toxic women, which is fine. They're fun. Yes, they're
Well,
very
I don't
fun.
trust me. I
But-
don't want it. I don't want a toxic woman. I want a nice.
Well, that's all you
classy.
hook up with.
No,
No,
Ed,
that's
you want
that's who are single. So
no, Ed. To be fair,
And- go on.
you like women who are goth chicks.
I
who,
do like goth
who
chicks.
are who love like the darkness, but also
Mhm.
love Jesus. Who are
Hold on,
like-
there are some goth.
What a rare breed.
yeah, right.
No, they exist. They do exist.
Ed, you want a girl
No,
that
I
wears
know,
pentagram.
I know they do.
No,
God
Ed, you want a girl that
Christians?
wears a
Yeah.
pentagram, but it's not really a pentagram.
Whoa,
it's a Star of
whoa,
David. they,
No.
they they summon the darkness, but they
No.
only want to summon the shadow off of
The
Jesus.
church.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah.
like a metal Jesus
Yeah.
that's chained up to a cross.
Yeah, right. Like
No.
they want.
Ed's like a Highlander looking for other Highlanders.
Yeah,
to like,
No.
right. Like Ed, you do like
No, no.
Ed. To be fair,
So
you do like a very rare woman out there. Now, I'm not saying out of the billions of women.
no, I do like
yeah.
non-god girls too.
Yeah,
I
I'm
do.
sure you do, but you.
I mean, you've seen a few of them who are
Yes.
not goth at all.
But you like the goth girls, and I'm just like, you know, the goth girls usually are not going to be the same girls who are going to share the same views as you do in
I
life.
met a few.
I mean, they're few, but they're rare. But you know, I saw your posts on Instagram,
Go
and
on.
then you were saying like, you know, you were talking about chicks that are mentally stable, and I'm like, you know, or you had a thing for mentally unstable people.
Unstable chicks.
Yeah, and I was
No,
like,
We all
read
do
the post
at
word for
points in
word.
our life.
well, I don't know what.
Let's be honest.
Yeah, I don't know what you said word for word. I'm summarizing. And I thought this was a moment of growth for you, Ed. I was actually very surprised because we've had this conversation in the
know.
past, and you've denied, even though we've seen their crazy firsthand. You just continually deny it. So I thought this was a moment of growth. So I'm not gonna lie, I actually applauded you on that. And
I found it.
okay, what's
I had
the
a
post
warm
say?
feeling when I read that post.
Yeah, I just
was
told
like,
the son-
yes,
yeah.
my boy
Okay, so-
finally gave in to the dark side.
So those who are following me on Instagram at the Ed on the Ground Instagram, self plug. So the post says, now keep it in context here. This
In what?
is where it gets funny.
Don't do
Keep
that.
it in one.
Keep it in context here. Me, if liking cute, mentally unstable women was an Olympic sport, and at the bottom of the text has Kurt Angle in his music, and the Titantron of Kurt Angle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Dun-dun.
I'm
Yeah, but
just
the
saying.
Titantron with the gold medals and
But Ed,
dancing
that was
around.
but that was your truth coming out, like, and that's why I was very
You
proud
took
of
it
you
seriously?
because it was serious.
It's a meme. It's a meme post.
Ed, out of every joke, there's a bit of truth. You know, you ever heard that saying?
Ed, come
So,
on, man.
Sure.
I was like,
Listen
hey,
to your heart.
yeah,
Listen to
I
what your
am.
heart tells you.
yeah.
Listen to you.
And your
Listen.
heart tells you crazy bitches, which is fine.
Hey, that's.
I mean, I've dated a few. We all have them, sure.
no.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Dog, because it's full of full of dog doo.
Yeah, I haven't. I've only dated the most wholesome of women.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I don't know what y'all were talking about. But anywho, off of me now. All right, so let's get into. Oh, so I guess I really quick I wanted to something we talked about. I wasn't planning to talk about this. This is a minor sneaker corner thing because I actually got really good reactions from you guys. I already showed you guys this, but for our video listeners, video watchers, you know, back in the day, especially if you're new watching us, back in the day, we used to have a segment called Sneaker Corner, which will be me talking about the latest sneakers that I bought and so forth. And if you are watching on YouTube, you can see my back wall is nothing but full of sneakers. I have some memorabilia, some gaming memorabilia over to this side right
why are
here.
you talking about it like it's a dead segment? It's
Oh no, because remember,
not a dead segment.
I remember distinctly somebody on this podcast was like, "Hey,
Wait,
when I'm missing
Are
out
we
on
bringing
sleep."
back the sneaker corner?
No, I'm not bringing back
Yeah.
the sneaker corner.
Wasn't
Never
there like an
left.
intro to it?
It never left.
It
Maybe
never
an
left.
intro
It's
to
always
it?
been here. Like it's always been in the background, waiting to be talked about. But
Okay, so
No, sir.
official sneaker corner.
it's never died. It's official
Alright.
here. So this is an
Alright.
official
Alright,
sneaker
alright.
corner. I just wanted to show off to our video watchers. So I copped the Shrek Crocs. Now we had talked about this earlier. This is
There
my
they
first
are.
pair of Crocs.
Mhm.
Kind of cool. I mean, I just kind of want to do something a little different. I was like, okay, Shrek. You know, I'm not a huge Shrek fan, but I do like Shrek. So I got the Shrek Crocs, and like they're kind of cool because they come with the you know little charms with Shrek nose and the Shrek antenna and whatnot. I was like, yo, these are pretty dope. I actually liked them, and I was expecting you guys to like really shit on it and really talk bad about it, but you guys are actually like for the most part kind of digging them, and I was actually surprised. And then Darksyd, you said, which I was surprised, that people are trying to convince you to buy some Crocs.
Yeah, I'm not a Croc owner, and many people have told me recently that I should be a Croc owner, because everyone seems to. I missed the bus on this apparently, so I thought they were just a casual thing, but now they're becoming more of a all the time kind of thing, I guess. So yeah, I missed the bus, and Creamcast has gifted me with a special coupon. Hashtag not an ad, but I'll take it. Yeah.
Croc.
Yeah.
If you're watching this and you want some new Crocs, Croctober,
Yeah.
Croctober 23.
Creamcast 23 in the
I wish I
Blurred,
was.
7 Blurred.
Blur, yeah.
They'll get you 95% off your total purchase.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Or you could just send the money to the Ed Underground. Send all the money to him.
Venmo.
Yeah, Venmo him, and he will send you the Crocs directly to your house. So there's always things you can do right there. But yeah, no, Crocs. I feel like Crocs back in the day were like kind of a meme thing. Like nobody actually was wearing Crocs. Like only the poors would buy Crocs, and now it's kind of blew up.
I definitely felt like it was a Walmart type of product, but somehow it's not. It's become a mainline.
Wasn't there like some Australian boots that were really popular for a while? In the same vein of Crocs?
Not that I know of.
Gators?
You talking about Uggs?
Is it
Gators?
Are Uggs Australian? I might be thinking of Uggs.
Shaquille's?
I don't know. Clearly,
like
we don't know this information.
Yeah, the Shacks are in Walmart, but he purposely put them in Walmart and priced them at like $12 a shoe so that they're more affordable and attainable to people of lower income, and that parents, well, specifically so that parents weren't breaking the bank, weren't spending $150 on shoes for their kids.
I agree with that, man.
Yeah, no, I agree with it. Especially, the funny thing is, I had bought my nephew, some Toy Story like Adidas's, whatever, and had got or maybe they're Adidas or a Reebok, I forgot which one, but I had got him these shoes, and these shoes were like maybe $80, $90, and this kid, he's like 5, literally blew through that shoe as far as the sizing is concerned within like 2 months. And
damn,
like I literally bought them early for him so he can grow into them, and he just blew right past them. And I'm just like, oh, that was just kind of a wasted amount of money. And he's gonna give it to one of his other. My nephew's pretty big kid, pretty tall. He's like 99 percentile in height. So he's gonna give it to one of his friends that liked his shoes and so forth. And I was like, that's fine. Give it to shoes and let reuse them and so forth. I mean, but yeah, kids, buying them shoes is absolutely ridiculous. Now, once I have children of my own, I'm gonna keep them laced up. They're gonna be in nice shoes.
I know.
See, now you know how I feel.
Sure.
Now you know how I
They're
feel.
They're gonna get all
when
the fucking Jordans they can ever dream of.
Yeah, I mean,
little
my kid's gonna grow up to be the kid that I wasn't when I was their age. Like when I was their age, I wanted all the cool shit. Now my parents did very well. They did buy me like Nikes and so forth and all these other shoes, but like the real hype shoes I could never get because they were stupid expensive back in the day. So but I know for my kids they might be busted as hell in all their other clothes, got holes in their jeans. Well, that's kind of the style now, I guess. But yeah, they're always gonna have nice shoes. So
I did the best I can.
Anyways, but yeah, I just want to show you guys some shoes I copped over this past week when we were out. All right, so let's get into the news. What's been happening? So, recently came out some Rick and Morty news. Relatively big news since the last time we talked about it with the trailer, right?
I have not heard this information. I was told there was Rick and Morty news. This is breaking news for me, and I think for Greentuner as well. This is breaking news.
It's almost breaking news for me too. I know the bare minimum about it, but I did hear that we now heard the new voice for Rick at this point. And Morty. Yes, I remember Ed Underground, you are kind of our Rick and Morty connoisseur on the podcast, and I believe you mentioned before that in the last trailer they only gave a quick snippet of Rick's voice, right? For like a millisecond.
I don't think they gave any snippets in that trailer.
I thought you said they gave like a quick one.
No, Rick was in. Yeah, he did speak at the end of the trailer.
Yeah, but it was like so quick and people really couldn't gauge his voice.
Yeah, it was very quick.
Yeah, it was quick enough that you really can hear.
But now
but now it's a full-blown trailer. You can hear Rick and Morty. And I would say I am pleasantly surprised.
Oh.
does sound like Rick. It does sound like Morty. You can kind of tell a little bit that it's not the original actor,
Yeah.
the creator and actor and writer, partially of Rick and Morty.
What's his name again?
But oh wow, I forgot his name. Wow,
Patches O'Houlihan.
Yeah, right.
no.
I don't
But
remember Dan Harmon over him.
Dan,
It's not Dan Harmon.
I think it is. I forgot. But anyways,
Dan Harmon?
No,
it's
it's
not
not.
Dan
No, it's
Oh,
Harmon.
it's
Oh.
Justin
Not Dan
Roiland.
Harmon.
Justin Roiland.
Justin Roiland. Okay, yeah, Justin
Roiland.
Good
Roiland.
job, fake fan.
Yeah,
Who could
yeah,
forget
but
him?
he well, he apparently he might be forgettable now because these voices. I don't know who the guy is that's doing the voice for Rick and Morty, but really good, very
Okay.
surprising.
That's the news. It's that is good.
Well, it's surprising because most of the time when voice actor
It's a little
replaces,
Well,
disappointing.
don't defend it.
Oh, no,
Stand
no,
your
no.
ground. Yes,
That's
that's
why,
the news.
yeah,
now.
that's
I'm-
big
I'm
news.
still on his hill.
Yeah.
I'm still on
This
his
is the
hill.
big news.
What?
I
This
thought
is
This,
the
the,
big
no,
news.
this is big news.
I
This is
thought-
big news
I
because
is
thought
on
the big
CNN.
news. I thought the
Rick-
big news would be that the voices around they're radically different.
no,
No,
It's not.
What the
yeah.
fuck?
No, they can't have creative
Okay,
license
it's
to
kind of
change
a
it.
wet noodle up here.
Wow. Ed, stick to
Yeah.
your
Oh,
story.
pretty
Oh,
dry here.
man, don't
Ed,
take that.
yeah,
Pretty
stick to
dry
your
here.
story.
I'm still on his hill. So, like I was saying,
And he's gonna die
pleasantly
on it.
surprised. I need to die on it, but pleasantly surprised
Go
that
on.
the voices are pretty good. I don't know who the voice actor is who's doing Rick and Morty.
Yep.
And apparently, because there's other characters that need to be replaced voice wise too, because Justin did do other voices. I think he did the blue guy, I forgot his name.
Mr.
He-
Meeksies.
Mr. Meeksies, yes.
Yeah.
He did
Isn't it
Mr. Meeksies
Meeksies?
also.
I think
Meeksies-
he did most of the voices, right?
He did a ton of
He did a lot of the
ton
voices, yeah.
He did a ton
So
of
I don't
voices.
know if it can't be the same person doing all the voices, but
No, but
the
we
Rick
could,
and Morty ones are
Yeah, there's-
pretty spot on.
yeah, there's
Hmm.
plenty of people who could. I was not concerned about this. Now, I think the real news is what we got to find out is who's going to be doing Dale Gribble's voice in The King of the Hill.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's
That
the thing that I
is,
think
yeah.
I want to know. Now, do you guys think it's appropriate? What do you think they should do? As we know, the voice of Dale Gribble in The King of the Hill revival, which I care about a lot,
Yeah.
passed away.
He did,
passed away.
unfortunately.
He unfortunately passed away, and Hulu's in the middle of reviving that series, so they're recording it. And so, like, I think they're in a weird place, but I want them to recast and do what they did here. I mean, because the premise of the show is so good. It's just going to be like a time jump forward series.
Not only
and I-
that, Dale is like everyone's favorite character.
He is
Over Hank,
You can't. Yeah.
Over
Bobby.
The
Bobby,
Bulldozer.
yeah, over pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
And even most of the time when they quote Dale.
Yep.
Or Hank in a sarcastic way, but usually Dale. Dale is one. Yeah, it's gonna be impossible to do without Dale.
No, you can't. It really is necessary, especially
Like
in our
even if
culture.
let's say Bill dies or whatever, it would fit the show because his life has been so miserable.
Yeah.
But
you know what's
Dale, it's
in our culture, which is becoming more and more stupid and more inclined to believing conspiracies than ever before, Dale Gribble is the person we need to have commentary from in this modern day and age. So he's necessary. So I hope they figure that one out. That's the one I'm majorly following. Really hoping. You guys also know that Futurama is back?
Yes, I've been watching it.
Yes.
Okay. I did not know that till like last week, and I was pleasantly surprised that
Wow.
Hulu doing some right stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quality is actually good. I
Good.
was surprised about the quality of the shows, and they're very self-referential. They continue that joke from like 10 years ago, or how many was it?
Yeah.
Like the one with what's his name? Zapp's Zap Brenniger and right hand man.
Oh, Kip.
Kip.
Yeah.
So remember when Kip got pregnant by Amy?
Yes.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
in the
Well,
episode, I
actually,
think
he
it
didn't
aired
get-
like
no,
10 years ago or
false.
something.
False.
How much-
He didn't
how
get
long was
pregnant
it?
by Amy. He got pregnant by Leela.
By Leela.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness, you guys are.
Yeah.
I mean,
Fake fans.
fake fans,
No,
absolutely.
but
Fake
they
fans. Fake fans.
yes, of course. They did the callback to the show down to the amount of years towards today when it aired. It
Oh,
was
okay.
insane. And then like
Okay.
you can see the babies all grown up and shit. So
That's pretty
Oh
cool.
shit!
really?
Yeah, no, all right. Definitely got me
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah,
I've not watched it, but I'm going there.
Yeah, I know that it was around. And the funny thing is, I've been watching the old episodes again. It's just there's comfort in the old episodes. I don't know why I love
Oh, yeah.
watching them.
Yeah.
I literally
they're
watched.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched the old episodes. I think the last time I watched them was probably like a week or two ago. And
Nice.
I'm like, yeah, they're still amazing. I'm on season 5 right now, and I absolutely love it.
Oh, that brings me. You guys asked me what I've been doing, and
Watching The Boys, haven't you?
no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I have not.
You
Don't care.
Fuck
piece
that,
of crap.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
on something else.
All right.
All right,
I
what?
got the bug. I got
What?
the bug. And
What's
it's
that?
bit me.
Which
What
one?
is that?
One Piece. The anime.
Wow.
Wow.
You watching One Piece?
Hold on. Now, hold on. Hold on now. Hold on now.
God.
That's surprising.
Are
Hold
you
on.
insane?
Hold on. Yeah, okay, hold on. Ask me what episode I'm on.
1.
Okay. What episode are you on?
10.
He's on episode like 40 right now.
Oh yeah, you've been off since how long have you been off?
It's been a while.
Oh fuck.
Just put me on here.
If I was
Wow.
10 episodes, I'll say you do 10 episodes a day.
10 episodes a day?
Yeah, it's only like 20 minutes.
I think he's laughing at your 10 episodes a day.
So okay.
Am I?
He said he got the bug. And Darksyd is like me, when you get the bug is hard.
Let me tell you
Okay,
something. I'm mainlining it. I'm like hooked up to it.
You like dream
okay.
your obsession.
80. I'm saying
like,
you're 80.
here's the thing. I am like, I haven't felt this way about anime in a long time. Like, anime has been really gone.
Wow.
And then I start watching this thing, and I feel rejuvenated with anime again. Like, I don't know what it is,
so
but
weird.
it's like
What?
it's like crack cocaine. I love this damn thing.
No,
This
you
show is
gotta.
good.
You know what, Darksyd, you had to shut up because I think you're infecting some of us.
Yeah.
So,
The answer to the question is I'm on like 91, which is close. You said 80, I think.
Yeah, I said 80, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm watching it on Netflix, 1.5 times speed, which I love it at 1.5 times speed because I slowed it down to normal. And I was like, what the fuck? They're all talking like this. I was like, no. They got to talk like Speed Racer.
Yeah,
I do that.
I do that with like YouTube videos a lot of times because I realize that my attention span is really low, and I'll just be listening to something. I'm like, okay, and I'll just switch off from a video. Like I'll have like 10 videos up, and I'll just switch. Like I'll start a video for 2 minutes. I'm like, okay, this is boring. And I'll switch to another video, and then eventually I'll come back to the original video. I had to do it like 1.5 speed because I'm like, let's get to it, especially with a lot of these commentary
Most stuff I won't do 1.5 times speed because it's, most stuff I want to be engaged in 100%. But anime is like, they do the typical thing where they waste a little time in every episode.
Sure.
So 1.5 times speed makes total sense. And in Netflix, you're talking about 10 episodes a day. It's pretty close.
Time like Dragon Ball Z.
I'm telling you.
Dragon Ball Z is the worst. Especially
like one fight would be stretched out into like 10 episodes or something.
10 episodes.
Yes.
Yeah. No, it does. And remember, it used to suck when you used to have to do it week by week.
Man, when you would have to catch it on TV, it was agonizing.
Like the Frieza fight literally took like 3 to 4 months easily to finish up.
Just pairing up.
Yeah. That was brutal.
Yeah, it was extremely brutal back in the day.
But I've never fast forward through anything. I've slowed down some things, but I've never fast forward through anything.
Why would you slow down? What? God. Why is everything perverted?
Calling out Darksyd.
Whoa, I didn't say anything.
Because Darksyd is being a lazy ass and trying to skip it.
No,
I'm not skipping anything.
The true otaku is actually consuming it as it was meant to be consumed.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
true otaku.
Ed doesn't watch with subtitles. He literally knows Japanese, and he'll be,
raw.
Yeah, he only raw scans for mangas and only raw videos for sure. No, I'm surprised that you spent so much time on One Piece. I would not have expected it of anybody on this podcast, to be honest. Maybe Greentuner at the most.
I'm 10% in. I'm gonna make it. Not only that, I've watched 2 of the movies. I'm watching it in order.
You
I
son
fa-
of a bitch.
Wow.
Yeah,
I,
see?
I found
So
a,
you
I
got
found
to
a
factor
viewing
again
order.
that it is 90 episodes plus the movies. The movies would equate time wise. I'm not sure to
Well, the
how
thing
many
is-
episodes.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, if you're watching, are you watching the movies? There's a website. I think it's called One Skip. So
No,
One Skip, yeah, it pushes you
What's
past
that?
all the fillers and everything else. So
Oh.
and past the fillers,
Whoa.
I think there's
Oh.
only if you go past the fillers, is only 800 some episodes, or maybe like a
Oh,
little,
that's it.
yeah,
Easy
yeah,
peasy.
So that's basically nothing.
yeah, you're. But the thing is like this: like if you are doing 91 episodes, then you're still not even at 10%. If you are
Yeah.
doing the one skip, then you are at over 10% at that point. So like you,
Yeah, a skip's a skip.
yeah, skip a skip. I think they even tell you per episode like what things you can skip.
Oh,
Like,
there's lists here. Which arcs to skip?
yeah, we could skip which arcs to skip, and I think they might even tell you the time on the
It
episodes.
literally should. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so and that saves you, but you gotta think about it. That's maybe dozens, if not 100+ hours that they're saving you with that skip. So that's actually.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it.
Are you gonna watch?
And,
You're gonna watch every episode, or are you watching? You're gonna try to skip.
Do it every episode. Every
Yeah,
You put yourself in this corner.
Well, I've
Or
already.
no,
I'm,
just do the skip.
I'm
and
look-
if you
I'm
still
looking
got
at
that
I'm looking
hankering,
at
go back.
the arcs to skip, and I've already went through one whole arc, I guess. And it felt the arc felt organic though. I'm waiting for something to feel out of place.
I mean, you're it's an adaptation of the manga, so yeah, it shouldn't feel out of place. I mean, but you say you've watched at least one complete arc thus far, so I mean, maybe when
I think I've watched multiple arcs in 90
Uh,
episodes. I think there's been two or three.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
how far are you comparatively to the live action?
Oh, well beyond. I would say I'm like in season 3 of the live action if they were to make it.
That far?
Because I could see where they would break season 2.
Right.
Like that. I clearly see where season 2 is going to be.
Mhm.
Yeah, it makes total sense. Like they're not going to get to the grand line until season 3.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little while.
Yeah, season 2 is not going to get to grand line.
Yeah.
Damn.
So
Quick
overall,
question,
this is,
Creamcast.
Oh,
What
go ahead.
episode are you on?
I'm like on episode like 2.
Really?
I'm not.
Oh,
that
you're
for
far.
some
reading-
reason
you're
I
reading the
figured you
mangas.
being in like
Yeah, I was reading the
the
manga. Yeah.
I thought you were
500s or
reading the
400s.
mangas.
Yeah, I was reading the mangas.
Oh, the manga.
Okay.
He's on the
my bad.
mangas.
Yeah, so I was reading the
yeah.
mangas,
Okay.
but I still wasn't that far. Like I think in the mangas I got as far as maybe chapter like 30 or 40 on that.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm so far away from that.
Which one is it then? Guts. I mean, Berserk. Is that the one you're caught up to?
No, Berserk I'm behind as well.
Oh,
So like I was pretty
I
caught up
thought
with
somebody
Berserk.
was up to date with Berserk.
I was at
One of
point.
us.
No, I was.
a
you
long
were.
time
Okay,
ago.
okay.
Yeah,
And Creamcast was.
Yeah, I was probably up to date probably about a couple years ago, maybe like 2-3 years. But then they were I forgot the name of the writer before he passed away. Mira something, I forgot. But it's funny.
Isn't
I
his
just said-
wife doing it now?
Well, his wife is doing it now, but before he died, he was taking really long breaks. I mean, he was taking breaks for years. And he
Damn.
came back, started pushing some chapters out, and then he'll say, "Oh yeah, guys, I'm putting out chapters," and then he'll put out maybe 2 or 3 chapters, and then take another break for 6 months. And everybody, of course, was begging him to take as long as he needs to so that he could get better, because it's quite common for these manga writers to die from exhaustion or get sick at least, because the deadlines are so heavy and they got to tell these great stories, especially like if you're in like these big manga publishers like Shonen Jump and all this other stuff. So but unfortunately, as we know, he passed away. So but yeah, Berserk I was caught up at one point, but yeah, the breaks are so intermediate. Like it was so sporadic when he would go on breaks. I kind of fell out of touch with it, but yeah, Berserk is an amazing one. I am watching the Bleach manga or the Bleach anime, covering the 1,000 Year War. or the 1,000-Year War. So I think I recommended that to you, Darksyd, to watch. And I thought you said you were going to get back into Bleach, right?
Yeah, but now I'm on the One Piece train, baby.
Oh,
so,
yeah, I'm sorry,
I'll
yeah.
see
He
it
can't be on
all.
2 trains at once.
Yeah,
I can't.
he really
be, I
can't.
be. It's an anime. You
You
can
know,
be
I
a
was
three
on that
trains along,
train.
too.
I was on that train. Like I said, I'm really like getting like my love of anime in again. And yeah, I saw Bleach. You know, I'm interested in that, but then like I don't know, man. One Piece keeps it keeps getting better. Like I'm not joking here. I'm waiting for this thing to get lulled out. And I know it's 90
God damn
episodes.
it, Darksyd.
Yeah, I know.
You're
He's
really-
9 episodes in, like
Man,
literally
now
a
I'm
10.
all like, oh, I gotta see this.
You know what? And here's the thing.
When will I see it with a
I
Luffy hand?
genuinely very soon. No. Very soon. Like very soon. Very soon.
Yes.
Wow.
I'll wear a Luffy hat for episode 100. I will wear a Luffy hat for episode
Nice.
100.
Oh, you shouldn't have spoiled it. Shit, you should just came with it. All right. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, all right. I'll wear something else. Anyways, but the animation quality is great, and like it is like weird style of animation that like
It is weird.
Yeah, it's not. It feels very hand drawn. Everything you're looking at, and everything, like I'm 90 episodes into this thing, and I'm waiting for them to get lazy, and they're not getting lazy with the animation. And I
Nah.
figured they don't they get better. I'm like, what the fuck?
Some of the movies that you're gonna, if you watch later on.
Oh
some
yeah,
of the
I've
movies,
seen stills of the
they
movies,
are-
and I'm like, what? Like I can't wait to get to that animation.
But the thing, there's memes going around about One Piece fans, of literally a One Piece fan like seeing a still of of the
Animation.
manga or yeah, of like the movies, and they're like, oh my god, 10 out of 10, best ever, like busting a nut, like
Yeah.
this is so great. That's how you were sounding right now, and
Well,
it kind
I
of
mean, hey,
it
maybe it's a real thing.
maybe it is a real thing, but what is is scary that you are you're like acting like One Piece is like the greatest anime to ever happen in the
Maybe
modern.
it is.
It might be. It might be.
Sure. Talking about anime, actually,
it's
by the
not.
way, Devil May Cry. I mean, I don't think anybody's a big Devil May Cry fan like I am, but Devil May
I like the
Cry.
games.
I like the games. It's
Okay.
nice.
But do you own all the games?
No.
Technically,
Exactly.
Clearly not.
It's not technically. Is it yes or no? It's
I
like-
own the one that who did Platinum Games did one, but it wasn't that good apparently.
Platinum game. It's about Ninja Theory.
No. Oh yeah, maybe was it Ninja Theory?
Yes, Ninja Theory.
Yes.
DMC.
Yes. DMC. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't talk about that.
Exactly.
But I own that one as well. But no, Netflix just this is another thing about Netflix. Netflix is really doubling down on the anime adaptations, whether through like
They're doubling
anime
up on what?
or anime adaptations.
Mm-mm.
What?
Anime.
Anime.
That's right.
Anime. But they're really doubling down on all of like the
Have
anime.
you looked up what's coming out?
Yeah, they have. Well, Castlevania's coming out.
Yeah.
They
Live
have-
action. Have you seen the next live action?
Who?
It's a big one.
I
and
thought I
like,
saw it. I thought I saw it, but I just don't remember what it was.
I believe it's YuYu Hakusho.
YuYu Hakusho. Yes,
What?
yes,
Oh
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fully,
YuYu
fully,
Hakusho?
Yeah,
fully
Yu Yu Hakusho.
casted. I mean, the character pick that their costumes,
It's
everything's
costumes,
out there.
Yeah, they've already put it out. You know, the funny
Oh
thing
my
is,
goodness,
this actually,
Darkseid's like dream.
yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho.
I've not watched YuYu Hakusho. I
Have you
thought
guys
it was
actually read the?
lame.
You
Have you guys
haven't?
read the manga?
What?
No,
I've
No.
not read the manga, but I was deep into the anime.
Yeah,
no, I did not watch the anime.
Wow.
Are you serious?
but
I
you
thought
but you
did.
read the manga though.
No, I did not read the manga.
So
Wow.
how is it that you're such a huge fan of it?
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not. I
You
mean,
said you were.
I'm not a huge fan.
Well,
Play that
Greentuner
back,
said.
please, Greentuner.
No, Greentuner said he
Someone did.
was. Yeah.
No,
Greentuner
it's
said I
me.
was.
Oh, you know what?
Oh.
No. I take that back. It's not YuYu Hakusho. I was thinking of the other one.
No, that's
Inuyasha?
Yu Yu Hakusho, isn't it?
Which is the
Inuyasha's
one where the
garbage.
guy's living with a bunch of different women with like
Oh,
superpowers.
Oh, he's talking about
Oh.
Rama. Rama,
No.
not Rama.
No, not
Uh,
Ranma.
He's talking about my boy.
See, I told you that's the one that I thought it was.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
the one that the anime where it's the one guy he's living with like
Yeah.
all those women.
Yeah.
Well, he's
Um,
continuously
Tenchi
like
Muyo. Tenchi Muyo.
Tenchi
Tenchi
Muyo.
Muyo.
Tenchi Muyo.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That's going to
what
be a
I thought
live
it was.
action?
No,
Yeah.
No.
No.
Oh, I
YuYu
wish it
Hakusho.
was. I wish
No,
it
but
was.
No,
got-
I've never
you got
watched
it
YuYu
confused,
Hakusho
yeah.
either.
I watched all of Tenchi Muyo back in the day, but
I did too.
Yeah,
Yu
everybody.
Yu Hakusho,
Really?
never watched it. Never watched it, but yeah,
It's
it's getting a
good.
full. Now, here's the thing. As we all know, Cowboy Bebop was garbage, and well, I mean, it had its
It
We don't speak
wasn't
about that.
Has moments.
garbage.
Had
It
its
just
points.
It was
couldn't
garbage.
live up to the potential.
It was
Right.
garbage.
right, and I think most people
wasn't
didn't
garbage.
like it. Most people didn't like. I
It
see
was
some qualities in it.
blackmail garbage.
Well, okay, but anyways,
All right.
Anyway. Netflix seemed to have learned some lesson with that, and with the One Piece adaptation, a lot of fans have embraced the series because it's true to the
Source.
the source
Source,
material. They go like they went to the creator, and he had like a lot of yes no say on things, and it's all of his vision basically.
Gave it its blessing.
He gave everything its blessing.
Well, it's
If you
not
go
that. No, it's
deeper
not that
into
he
it.
just gave it his blessing. He was actually part of the production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of it.
So yeah,
Yeah.
blessing will imply that he saw it and he's like, okay, I'm okay with
signed
this.
off on it. He
Yeah,
didn't-
no, he was
like,
actually
literally
involved.
was making calls on it.
Yeah.
So, now the question is, I have no idea if that applies to YuYu Hakusho. Or the question is, has Netflix learned its lesson, or was One Piece a fluke? We'll find
Fluke.
out soon.
I think it's too early.
I'm going to err on fluke.
It's,
here.
yeah,
I
it's
think it's
early.
too early.
No.
I believe with Netflix, and the thing is that we have to see. It's not just the live action. I think it's also the anime as well. Netflix has made some poor decisions in anime in the past. One that I would say particular was the adaptation of the Seven Deadly Sins. That was a pretty bad one.
You're talking about you're talking about anime.
Anime, yeah.
yeah.
So Seven
Well,
Deadly Sins.
Anime.
Let's not forget Death Note.
Yeah, definitely.
Animated
Yeah,
Death Note.
definitely.
Well, speaking about anime, Netflix
Oof,
just
I
released
forgot about
today.
Death Note.
There's going to be a Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Who's Lara
animated.
Croft?
It's going to be a Tomb Raider animated series.
I
on
know
Netflix.
Lara Croft, but who's Laura? Is that her sister, niece?
Their American cousin.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It might.
Laura.
It might be. It might be.
Lara Croft.
Lara.
She's a
Laura
figure
Croft.
skater. She's a figure skater from Alabama.
Yeah.
Probably
no,
no on Netflix.
well, the thing is, I think Netflix is. I don't know. Netflix has learned his lesson. I believe Netflix is hopefully. I think they are. This is the turn possibly for them that they need for a lot of these adaptations. We'll see with YuYu Hakusho.
Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do
Well,
we
no,
keep
I think
going
no.
back?
In the past, in the past, we've been like, "Oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever! Netflix is killing it."
Creamcast.
What's up?
You of all people, how many Resident Evil adaptations have you been?
Let's not talk about that.
You
okay?
of all people.
Let's not talk about that.
We keep coming back to Netflix.
Ooh,
We
I forgot
keep crawling
about
back to
the
Netflix.
live
Have you
action.
forgotten?
Occasionally they do something
Ooh.
good, like the
I
One
forgot
Piece
about that.
adaptation,
Yes.
like the
was
League of Legends
rough.
thing. Occasionally they nail it.
Well, not just that. Also, was it Cyberpunk? Cyberpunk was
Okay, I heard that was
I
good.
haven't watched
it.
Heard it was
Edge
good.
Runners, I believe. Yeah.
Edge Runners. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was highly regarded. Let me see.
Helped the game too.
Netflix does have good stuff on there, but man,
Netflix has good
but
stuff. It's
They
just
go right
it's-
for the heart, and they either
Yeah.
burn you. Most of the time, they burn you.
Brian, yeah.
But very few
Okay,
times they
another
deliver.
another good show that was kind of anime-ish was Squid Game. Squid Game was a viral sensation. It was really good. I love the series thus far.
Yeah, Squid
But
Game
that's
was
definitely,
solid.
even though it's Korean, but it was
Yeah.
a
It's
very
still Netflix.
I think
Yeah,
they
still
just
Netflix.
It's the
acquired it.
Netflix.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they just
even if
acquired it,
it's
yeah.
a Korean thing, it's
Yeah.
Netflix. Yeah.
But no, but it's still good. Yeah, that was really good. So that's what I'm saying. Like ultimately, we have for all the misses that Netflix has, there are
Yeah.
gems in the rough. So
No, there are a lot of gems. They've done a few things right. I know you started watching Sandman, which is something that's really great. And
Yeah.
I did not finish it. I'm a big fan. I've listened to the Kindle adaptation. Like this is my second time going through that.
mhm.
Sandman's awesome.
I
And-
absolutely love it.
Yeah, I heard that they do a good job. What's the other one? Lock and Key, another very important,
Mhm.
great, like underwatched series based on an amazing comic book. I don't know if I think it got canceled by Netflix, but
Lock and Key.
Yeah, a few episodes I watched, amazing.
I haven't watched the second season, but Sweet Tooth was pretty good the first season.
Sweet Tooth, another great comic.
Yeah.
Sweet
Yeah.
Tooth.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, I'm thinking Twisted Metal. Never mind.
Sweet Tooth is on Netflix or HBO Max?
Netflix.
Sweet Tooth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sweet Tooth
It's with like
I've only read the comic.
people start having babies and they have like animal traits. Like some will have horns, some will have like, you know, wings, different things.
Yeah.
But it's like this weird evolution that's happening to humanity, and then basically some humans rebel and start hunting them down. It goes from there, but it's really good.
Yeah, it's good.
Hmm.
It's an interesting story.
So, well, the thing is, like, what we were talking about, like, with Sandman, right? Like, Sandman is an adaptation from the graphic novel, and it's, I think is well done. It was actually very well received. I didn't know that at the time. Like, Sandman was in the top 10 on Netflix for like 3 months almost.
Yeah.
So it was really, really good, well received, and it has been confirmed that it will come out for season 2, which a lot of people were scared about because Netflix does have a reputation of randomly, even shows that do relatively well, they will cancel them. Like, I think we're all still reeling from the one show that I think we all enjoyed, that Mindhunter.
Yes.
That was a phenomenal show, and they canceled
that. Was an
amazing
Still haven't
amazing
seen
show.
Now, do you think they're afraid of, like, so some of these series we talked about? One Piece has a big following that obviously, I don't know what would have happened if they screwed it up, but Sandman has a very big following. That's
Cult following?
like, yeah, Sandman's very important to like the hardcore comic book people. You know what I mean? So it's like one of those things that's previously considered to be non-adaptable.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm that's partially the reason why I'm scared to watch it. And I'm only listening to the Kindle because it's read by Neil Gaiman. But I'm glad to hear that. I've also heard that it's good. So do you think that Netflix reacts differently to things that they know that they'll get a lot of heat on if they don't do it right? Or do you think that we got some flukes on our hands? I really can't tell.
It's
I don't think anyone can.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can tell. You would think with Cowboy Bebop, like Cowboy Bebop in of itself, like for the anime fans, because I'll say majority of people that have watched the anime have not read anything on the manga about it, about the history of like Cowboy Bebop and so forth. I would think that they would understand that that's something that has to be done correctly. With that one failing as bad as it did, like Cowboy Bebop could have been an absolute banger of a hit if they had stayed true to the source material.
Easy W.
Easy.
One Piece shouldn't have been like possible. One Piece makes no sense to like adapt.
It really does.
But Cowboy Bebop makes way more sense to adapt into live action.
It's more grounded in reality than it is.
Yeah. So the fact that One Piece was a success, I believe that is due to Netflix. I think it's a simple formula, and maybe Netflix doesn't understand that a lot of times if you can get the creator behind it, and actually in the production, not everything, like we talked about before, not every medium works, but I think maybe Netflix is learning that if you can get the creator behind it a lot of times, or somebody who's truly passionate about the project, it normally can at least do decent. I can't speak on any of the other ones like Death Note and if the creator is behind it at all, but like with One Piece,
I hope not.
With One Piece and all these other shows that have the creators behind it, it seems like they just do well. So I'm hoping for Netflix's success because, man, there's so many good animes that could be adapted and have these great adaptations that we probably we wouldn't see nowhere else. Probably.
That was my next question. What do you want Netflix to adapt now?
Full Metal Alchemist. I think if they did a Full Metal Alchemist,
there is Full Metal Alchemist.
There is
no. I'm saying a Netflix
Americanized.
Yeah, American Full Metal Alchemist.
Because I think there is a Netflix, but it's Japanese, right?
Yeah, there's like 3 movies on Netflix.
But that's Japanese.
But they're Japanese adaptations.
I got one.
Okay,
Gundam Wing.
Gundam
Wing. If you want to watch a Gundam,
if you want to do Gundam, of course they're doing a Gundam anime. If you want to see Gundam Wing, just go to xvideos.com and boom, there you go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, just change the category.
You guys tell me in your search history what exact website is that, and I'll think about it.
Okay, you'll think about it. Okay, well, at least you're thinking about it.
No,
I mean Gundam Wing will be okay. The thing is that with Gundam Wing, it has to do something. It has to be on the budget of something like Pacific Rim, right? Doing kaiju level stuff is really hard to do. One, because
Oh, come
Gundam.
on.
What do you mean? Come on, that's
I mean,
that's a
we
lot
got
of money.
people.
If
we
they
got,
were,
we got
hold on.
fish people jumping out the water and
If they were
doing
to
kung
do,
fu.
if they were
Fish
to
people.
do,
Wait, hold on. What do you mean by
They
fish
did
people?
One Piece. One
One
Piece is more difficult than doing a Gundam Wing
But do
adaptation.
you realize that this is for like Gundam Wing, like fish people? That's like prosthetics and that's makeup and so forth. There's some CG, of course, but
Yeah.
that still is probably easier to do than big
yeah,
ass
are you out of your
robots.
mind, Ed? Ed, are you out of your mind? Like, what do you like? That doesn't make any sense. You think it's easier to do
Full on CG,
full on mechs,
where most
Yes.
of the stuff that
combat?
most of the combat that's happening is in mechs. So like no one really cares about. Like,
Yes.
Ed, can you tell me the political story of Gundam Wing?
Oh,
After
God.
Colony 195.
So that's a no.
No, you stop me.
No,
After Colony
No,
195.
it was
No,
rhetorical.
it's not even gonna be accurate.
Well,
After
I
Colony
mean, I
195,
wasn't thinking about it
it's
until
Earth
Creamcast said
versus
it, but
Colony.
Inuyasha would really dope to see turn into a series.
And you actually could do
Because
it.
it's a lot of like Japanese folklore. You got like a lot of deities, demons,
You know,
monsters,
hold on,
dragons.
Hold on. That's where I think this doesn't work. The series that lean into Japanese culture,
Yeah.
I don't think you want to do those because that's where you'll easily fuck them up a lot more often. Like shows that lean away from Japanese culture,
Yeah.
like your One Pieces and like your other shows like Cowboy Bebop, they're
Yeah.
more easier to adapt and less likely to fuck up.
Yeah.
But if you,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I would like to see.
I would say
Inuyasha.
I would like
think
to
it'd be
see it.
easy.
I'm just saying.
Cyberpunk would be a
Yeah.
good one. Like moving from adaptation, I think Cyberpunk would be a good one.
What do
They're
you guys think about?
They're working
I
on.
thought
You know
we were
they're
talking
working.
about anime adaptations.
Oh, you're talking about anime. Well, I was saying they're working on a
Yeah.
God of War series apparently. So live action.
No,
thought that
but
was
anime
Prime.
wise,
That's
Amazon.
so
Amazon's Prime.
Is that Prime?
Samurai Champloo would be pretty cool. If you're talking budget wise, they don't have to go too crazy.
See,
But isn't the creator passed away?
Samurai
though?
Champloo would work. Yeah.
No, I
Mm.
think what one that could possibly work, honestly, and this is kind of this is kind of going to the theme of a neutral theme. And I think this is what Darksyd, you're saying get away from the
Bible
cultural stuff. Shut up. Yeah, I like how you said that with a serious face. Like Battle Black, let's do it. Trigun.
Iki Townsend?
Yeah, no. No.
What?
Look it up.
Yeah.
Google it.
Trigun. I think that would be a good one. That is
Trigun would be interesting.
that's a
Yeah,
Western
Trigun,
Vampire Hunter
could
D.
work. Fantasy
Fast
Western
Stampede.
works.
One of
Vampire
you-
Hunter D.
Vampire
One of
Hunter D,
you
that-
motherfuckers
yeah.
doesn't like Trigun. Who
Oh,
is
what about
I think it was
me?
probably Darksyd. Yeah.
Me.
Yeah, I know. He's a piece of shit.
What about I've watched 2 episodes of it. I know Creamcast big into it. My Hero Academia. Would
Oh,
that
come
work
on.
in
I have
live
no
action?
idea.
You might as well do Dragon Ball Z.
No.
No, Dragon
Might as
Ball Z
well.
would be Dragon Ball Z is the poster child of not to do it.
No.
Adaptation.
It could be done. My Hero Academia could be done. It will be
Yes.
hard to do only because you will have it's going to be a light version of the boys, right? So the boys is really
Right.
good with the whole superhero stuff.
Yeah.
Doing My Hero Academia is a next step. Is what I'll say as far as range of powers is definitely it'll be interesting. But yeah, it actually wouldn't be bad because it will be a PG-13 version of the boys or a PG version of the boys.
What about
Yeah.
Chainsaw Man?
No,
See, that-
You don't think so?
Nah.
that
The gore factor would be
The
cool.
gore
as hell.
factor-
I
Yeah.
would say Chainsaw Man as a film by a really like
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
really good
yeah.
director.
Give it to one of those like super crazy like gore Japanese directors.
yeah.
It'd be
I
great.
don't think
Yeah.
a series would be sustainable, but yeah, that would be like. But yeah, going back to what Ed said, I think like the worst ones to adapt would be like Dragon Ball. Like never should be.
Well, I'm
adapted.
not.
Dragon
I'm not
Ball
saying do
Z.
Dragon Ball Z. I'm
Dragon Ball
saying
Z should never be adapted. It's just not for all the
How
reasons.
I
would
would
you
love
adapt
to see a
it?
good one.
you're gonna be
I-
hard pressed to find a good one.
It
Yeah.
just won't work
It's
in
not gonna happen.
reality. It won't work in
It needs to be
reality.
a movie, a good movie, not that mess that was.
I don't even think you could do it in a movie.
Wait,
I'm
what?
sure it can be done, but it's gonna be very, very.
gotta give
very,
it to the right
very,
person.
Very hard.
No,
Yeah.
it's not just about giving it to the right person. There's a lot of things that need to come down to it because it's gonna have to be a reimagining of a lot of stuff because one, the action within Dragon Ball Z, the look of Akira Toriyama's art style is vastly different than what people would expect in a live action. And I think that what makes Dragon Ball Z work so well is the art style and just the constant flow of action. And you see people who love Dragon Ball Z, right? But hate Dragon Ball Super because of how they changed the art in general. The one that's kind of been consistent art style is the manga itself. So with that kind of being what people truly love, that art style, which is reflected more in Dragon Ball Z, especially the later episodes. Yeah, I just don't feel like a live action adaptation will work whatsoever. We saw when we got the Dragon Ball Evolutions and how shit that turned out.
That was crap.
Yeah, like even thinking about it, who would be cast as Goku? In your head, who
They
would
shown-
fit Goku?
They've shown people
Aga-
like Filipino
aga-
people. They picked out like
Again, like this is the problem.
Yeah,
with-
but it's something like even nobody would agree on. You know what I mean? Because
Because-
everyone has a
because,
different version
again-
of what a human looks like when it comes to Goku.
But again, this is a series that even though it has about space aliens, leans into the Japanese culture and space aliens coming together. So you would ultimately have
What?
a space alien using martial arts.
What?
You know, like what?
I think you would have to start it off. I think
Well,
Ed,
Ed's trying to say something. Ed, go ahead.
No, I
Okay.
said what? That's a question. Explain. Go
what?
on.
What do you mean? What?
What do you mean?
What I was saying?
Japanese culture and aliens.
Yes, I think there's Japanese culture infused into Dragon Ball that if you try to imitate it, it's not going to work.
Not really. I mean, like,
Yeah, really. There's a movie we talked about it.
Goku's based off of two things: Superman and a Chinese folklore.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not Japanese at all.
No, but it is Japanese culture that's in Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball, whatever, whichever one you want to go with. So if you infuse that, if you try to adapt that,
Dragon Ball Z is Superman. I forgot the monkey kid, monkey boy, or something like that. The Chinese folklore.
Yeah, the Chinese
And-
folklore.
Yeah,
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 that
we
guy's
get
been
it, we
around
get it.
forever. Yeah.
and literally the movie Aliens. One
Right,
of the
but-
forms of Frieza is literally alien,
Yeah.
xenomorph.
right,
'Cause
right,
the creator Akira Toriyama, he was a big fan of the movie Aliens.
right. But if you want that story, then you just watch Superman by Zack Snyder. If you want Dragon Ball, then it has to have that Japanese influence in it. And that's the problem with it, is what I'm saying.
I will push back. I think that Dragon Ball Z, yes. I think that I don't even think about the culture thing is gonna be hard. It's just that the
think
the
there's-
way the action changes is gonna be hard. Now if you were going to incorporate anything, I would do Dragon Ball. That would be probably easier adaptation to do because that's more grounded in reality to the extent of you don't have people going super speed where to a point where you can't even see them. They're going so fast and all these crazy superpowers and all this other stuff and Super Saiyans and so forth. You just have a guy that's the alien who is strong and fights against the bad guys. I mean, we have plenty of stories like that. And we see that they can regurgitate the same premise for shows. I think I sent you guys a meme of like Blue Beetle, right? The story of Blue Beetle mimics almost plot for plot as Ant-Man, right? And you can see Ant-Man yes.
You sent us this?
I don't think you did, but
Maybe I did. Maybe I did. I think I copied it. And this was a long time ago.
Yeah.
No, I did send it to you guys. And I was like,
Oh
the
yeah,
guy,
I can kind of see how it's Ant-Man.
yeah,
I get it.
So they're like,
Yeah, yeah.
this Blue Beetle is pretty much Ant-Man. It's almost shot for shot. Like, the premise behind it is exactly the same as Ant-Man. It's pretty much a copy of the Marvel blueprint. So I'm saying like Dragon Ball will be fine. Even with the cultural stuff that's going on. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z, I just don't think that I think more than the culture stuff, it's just the expectation of the fans. This is Dragon Ball Z fans.
That's what I'm talking about. Even the Dragon Ball stuff that is acceptable in Dragon Ball. Can you imagine adapting that into real life? Now, would Goku be that age? that Goku is in the anime, doing the things he does.
Yes, you could do that. It could work. I think you just need to build up to it. Like in the original Dragon Ball Evolution, you went pretty much straight. The first bad guy was King Piccolo. That's not something you just jump right into, right?
Yeah.
No, the first bad guy was the school bully, as we all know.
shut the
Oh,
fuck
God.
up.
No.
Yeah,
That
okay.
was, and
You're
that's
right.
canon.
You're right.
That is canon.
I'm rewriting the story. No, what I'm saying is that ultimately Dragon Ball could work, and it needs to be a build up to it. I think when you give the fans something like that, like Dragon Ball Z straight out, is going to you're gonna have a huge divide. You have to get it perfectly right the first time. So I think Dragon Ball can be adapted and then move on to Dragon Ball Z later
Right.
on. It's really hard.
My opinion, it's hot fire. Don't touch it.
No,
It's just
I
too
agree.
much baggage.
The thing is, I don't think there's any movie studio right now that could probably touch it successfully. I wouldn't trust Netflix with it. I wouldn't trust Hulu with, or not HBO. I wouldn't trust anybody with it at the moment. But I said, let's see what Netflix can do. And if Netflix can continue to mature their live action adaptations with, like let's say Yu Yu Hakusho, that's a hard one to do. I don't know how they're gonna do that shit.
Now that one again, that my criteria that I've been talking about, Yu Yu Hakusho flies in the face of it. Is steeped in Japanese culture.
It's 100%. Yes, it's steeped in Japanese.
If they can nail it, hey, my reservations will be, put to the side.
Well,
But,
have you seen any of the Samurai X ones, live action
No.
ones?
Ooh.
No.
Wait,
No,
live action?
Yeah, they have Samurai X live action.
No, I've not.
Huh. Didn't know they even existed.
Yeah, Samurai X. So they do have live action.
But
I don't think
is that a Japanese?
I think that's a Japanese
produced
produced series that Netflix.
Okay,
has.
so that's
okay.
different.
Yeah, it's different.
I,
Yeah, no,
you
that
talk
is
about
different.
Western produced Japanese series.
That's where it's scary.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables that get real scary real fast. You can go to Evolution Town real fast.
That's why.
So-
Give me my Full Metal Alchemist. I mean, give me my Full Metal Alchemist. They deal with multiple nations, multiple different cultures. So that one will be a really good one to do, because when you think of Edward and Alphonse Elric, you see them like they're blonde hair, blue eyed kids, or blonde hair, blue eyed kids. I mean, if you want to get Western, that's about literally a semi steampunk sorcery storyline. So I'm like, that's probably the easiest home run that you can do. So that's why I said let's see what Netflix can do with something like that that's set in the Western world, like you kind of want, and then go from there. Because I mean, think of it like with Pirates or One Piece. I mean, it's a fanciful world, but pirates are usually considered Western, or at least Western world topics
Now,
or tropes.
let me
Yeah.
throw one more out here.
Sure.
Because I mean, we live in a world where everyone loves Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
Could Berserk work in a live action?
Amazon.
I've thought about this a lot.
Yes,
And
Amazon.
the answer is yes.
it could work easily.
It could work, but you have to go balls out. Now you know what I'm talking about. Do they have the balls?
Amazon.
Do it.
No, okay,
Amazon
okay.
does.
So I think
No,
this is-
Amazon does not. I will tell you right now.
Okay, this is the problem. This is the problem with Berserk, right? Everybody's talking about the one scene when Griffin gets picked up by the God Hand, and then he obviously does what he does,
Yep,
sacrificing
sure.
the Band of the Hawk.
A necessary scene.
Sure.
The betrayal is necessary.
No, the betrayal is absolutely necessary.
And the rawness of it too. of
But the
what
thing is that
happy.
Berserk is so much more than just that, right? So like, there's very heavy topics that Berserk goes through. So the Berserk, and that's the thing. It's like, yes, did they have to go balls to the wall? Yes, they're gonna have to go to that. They're eventually gonna get to that portion of the story, and or HBO or Amazon is gonna have to make a decision.
They either pull the plug right at the eclipse, or they go all the way through.
Yeah, they gotta either say, okay, you know how the story is gonna go, or they gotta go all the way through. I would love to see them go all the way through, because that is a lot of emotion that's pretty raw. That's I think for the entire story is very easy to do, except that scene.
Well, no.
I can say that's easy too.
Netflix doing
It's,
it.
no,
That's
it's easy
easy
to do.
too.
They
It's
just
the
need
stuff
they
that
just
comes
need to-
after.
they just need to have the gall to do it. The
Some
stuff even after
Netflix
that.
executive is gonna be like, there's an awful lot of rape in here.
Well, the funny thing is that even after that, there is still scenes of there's still a lot of
Horrible
recollection. There's still a lot.
graphic.
Yeah, there's a lot of graphic
Yeah.
references back to it.
Yes.
So the thing is that you
Or
can
the
actually,
sweet baby deaths.
yeah. I mean, but
Let's
you can
not
get
forget about the baby deaths.
yeah, but you can actually get past a lot. Like a lot of that stuff you
There's
don't
that
actually need.
too.
You don't actually need all that stuff, right? So then the thing is, you can create a really good story past that. You just need a writer who understands the full story of Berserk and realizes that, hey, we just need to get away from certain things. Like there's certain things that are important, certain things that we don't need to tell. So it's something that could be adapted, but yeah, it has to be only on something that's on HBO. It has to be so. It has to be on the
Amazon.
subscription.
No,
No,
like
it can't be on Amazon.
What is the most? No, even HBO. I was like, who pushes it further than HBO?
Nobody.
No, like who did Spartacus? They pushed it pretty far.
Stars. I think Stars are
Stars.
Showtime.
Yeah,
Really?
Showtime. Stars are Showtime. Call me. But
Yes, Spark.
also Queen's Blade. Let's get that going.
No.
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 All right.
Dude,
I'm sure somebody can do that. I'm sure it's been
Look,
done.
I second that. That is a
There you
very
go.
pivotal series. Okay.
Pivotal
it
for
is-
what again?
For
Pivotal?
Martinez.
Yeah, it's,
There you go.
There you go. There you
go.
go. There you go.
Look, there's certain armor placement that's wouldn't be practically useful.
Woo! You
But,
yeah, you think that would throw off her swing motion, but somehow it doesn't.
No, you can't have encumbrance in that area. You know what?
Anyways,
So it's got to be
anyways.
freewheeling.
Listen, just
Look it
because
up,
you
kids.
guys hate good story writing,
Good story writing.
that's
Okay.
on you guys.
That's
Yeah,
what-
the story's great. Yeah,
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
yeah,
Whatever that story may be.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
Yeah. I don't know anything about the story. I just know scenes. That's all I know.
Yeah. Yeah, what's the problem with that?
I seriously, I have no fucking clue, and I've watched Queen's Blade. I have no.
Yeah, I
clue
watched
what
it
it's
too. I'm not
about. I
100%
can't tell you
done.
what it's about.
No one
I
can tell you what
remember
it's
anything about the story.
Yeah.
or Iki Townsend for that matter.
Nobody knows anything about the story. They just know scenes.
Yeah.
No, so
All right.
we'll see what Netflix does. I'm excited. I forgot, like I said, I forgot about the YuYu Hakusho. I did see the character reveals, and it scares me because this is because it's all Asian cast, right? I think it's all Asian.
Yes. Yeah.
which
all
is
Asian cast.
which is kind of
Which is correct. Which is good job there, Netflix.
I mean, yeah, it's technically correct, but
Yeah.
it's the thing is they could have been like kind of what One Piece did. They kind of just made a little bit of a diverse cast, and I'm not all for you got to force diversity, but I'm just like when you
But it
have
wasn't forced with the One Piece. They are those ethnicities.
they are
They're-
no they
yeah,
are.
yeah.
That's what I'm
They're all
saying.
correct. Yeah.
You could have gotten and like I hope that Yu Yu Hakusho does appeal to a Western audience. If that's what they're trying to target, which I'm assuming that's what they are trying to do. If they're trying to target a Western audience, normally they try to at least make it a little bit more inclusive, I guess.
Yeah.
So
If it was Netflix.
I'm kind of I really don't, me personally, I don't care. Like if there's black characters now, they're race swapping people and all this other stuff. But I just hope that it does turn out to be a success and it does turn out to be good. Or is Netflix just going back into their old bag of tricks? So like they did.
December
December?
this year.
Nice. And the thing is, we haven't even seen a trailer for it, which is crazy. I think they just show the character stills, posters, and that's it. And I was just like, dude, this is kind of a big deal in the anime world. So big that even Viz, who does Shonen Jump, they released all of their Yu Yu Hakusho chapters, which is only like 100 some chapters, by the way. Yu Yu Hakusho is not a long manga, by the way, if you guys didn't know. So yeah, I mean, Viz took it as a big deal. There's a lot of people in the anime world pretty excited about it. So hopefully Netflix does well with that. So we'll see.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Well, talking about other big news that happened recently, based on Darksyd's hat of the good old green circle, the X bone. So with now Microsoft winning with the FCC, right?
Yep.
They won their lawsuit, so now they are actually going to be able to complete the full merge with Activision, Blizzard Activision. Also got approved with the European Union as well recently. They approved the merger as well, which that they were one of the big blockers for it. So now pretty much Microsoft is in the clear to do this merger or buy the company and merge it. Yeah, so there's some emails that got leaked out from our boy, the Spence. Some emails that were filed
Big
with
Philly.
the FCC back
Yeah.
in 2020, I believe. So some news came out, some leaks came out of a lot of the emails that he has submitted to the FCC, and is kind of telling. His opinion definitely has changed over time from the 2020 emails till now. One big one, which was kind of funny, is that at the time he said that if I'm remembering this correctly, that Xbox he felt in his mind was a big deal. It was a huge competitor to Sony and to Nintendo,
Yeah.
which is different than what he said in the past year, that Xbox and Microsoft is getting absolutely crushed in the
Yeah.
console wars. So he had a very, very big vote of confidence in Microsoft back then, and it's kind of changed now. Now, granted, he might have just been saying that he says, behind closed doors, which he thought his emails were never going to get leaked, that, oh yeah, we're actually doing much better than people think we are. But then saying in public, oh man, yeah, Sony's so good, man, they're beating us so bad, and he's being very, very deceptive with that. What do you guys think about what the leaked emails thus far? Well, at least with that topic, do you think he's just blowing smoke up people's asses just to have people feel sorry for Microsoft?
Yeah. Of course.
No,
He
that
was
comes
trying
from the
to.
heart.
Yeah.
Come
He
on.
was
Yeah, that
trying
was a
to.
very honest thing that he said. I don't know why you would be so sarcastic about this.
Wow.
The guy went ahead and opened up, showed us how vulnerable Microsoft is, and you just come here and start shitting on them.
Yeah, the $1 billion
For shame.
company, man, they're
Mhm.
really
Yeah,
really
hey, they're
said-
the underdog.
they are the underdog.
They are.
Don't you know the phrase "money doesn't bring you happiness"?
It doesn't. They say
Yeah,
after
exactly.
you make more than like $75,000 that you're no longer happy anymore. Like the same.
Yeah.
If you make $1 million compared to 75,000, it's the same level of happiness. They said.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, I mean that's very true.
Yeah.
Very, very true.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like they were standing to gain a lot of money or anything like that, or standing to gain a giant title or anything like that. No,
you're talking
no.
gaining one of the largest titles in current console history or ever, Call of Duty. What you're trying to say that Microsoft had nothing to gain from that? Oh
No.
man.
Nothing at all.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy. It's not one of the biggest MMORPGs of all time, like World of Warcraft and Diablo and everything else. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Phil Spence, he played his cards right. Everybody was
They
feeling
sure
sorry.
did.
Everybody was like, yeah, look at Microsoft. They're such a shit company. They're so horrible. This, that, and the
No.
other. And
Do you
now,
think anyone bought it when he first said it? I think everyone had
I'm
a
sure
collective
someone
eye
had.
roll when he said that they were, what's it called? That they were like the little,
they're
the
the
little guy?
underdog.
they're the underdog.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when it comes to consoles, yes, most people will say that they are the underdog out of Nintendo and Sony, but especially with Sony, like compared to two, they're underdog to Sony, especially with the lineup for the past couple of years. But it's fucking Microsoft. It's like saying, like you say, look at the rich kid. He only has 10,000 friends instead of 100,000 friends or some shit like that. It's like, dude's still doing better than all of us. So. I mean, I thought that was kind of funny. And it was like people like, oh, when he's had the leak email saying that, like people like, oh my god, look at him saying these things now, blah blah. He sure have his tail between his legs now. I'm like, Microsoft is still gonna get the merger that they wanted. They're still gonna make tons of money off of Call of Duty. Like I don't know why people feel sorry.
Like they
for them.
will.
Yeah, they're gonna make a ton of money off of Call of Duty. And even like another thing that came out from the emails was Phil Spencer said that Microsoft at one point wanted to buy Nintendo, and they still want to buy Nintendo.
He wanted to acquire Nintendo. It would be a career moment for him. Is what he was saying.
Sure, it would be.
It would be.
Yeah, but then he came back and said, "Oh, I was just talking. It was, I was just talking out of my neck. I really didn't mean that." Like he had the check signed and just ready to give to Miyamoto at any point in time. But yeah, I mean, what would you guys think? Would you guys think that would be a good deal for gamers? Not like Ed, get out, step away from the Xbox fanboy. Get
Hey, I'm not the one wearing a hat.
Yes, get off Phil Spencer's lap.
I'm not the one wearing the hat on his lap. So
Go Phil.
for the listeners out there, Darksyd is wearing an Xbox hat.
Well, I'm the
and
number one
maybe
Xbox
sitting
fan.
on his Phil's lap right now. You never know.
He's sitting on a green Symbian.
How do you know the name of my chair?
He is sitting on a green Sybian right now.
Yeah, you haven't seen me vibrating slowly.
Yeah. Well, so do you guys think that would have been a good? Do you think that would be a good look for gamers? If they bought Nintendo.
I always saw Nintendo as its own thing. Obviously, it is. I mean, it's always been, well, for the most part, it's always been Sony and Microsoft, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo's over there like doing its own thing.
Yeah.
Whether it be one day eating pace or the next day building an empire. Because there's at a time that Nintendo was like messing up really bad with the Wii U, and just seemed like they're just eating pace in the background, while Sony and Microsoft were pretty much head to head. 360, PS4.
Yeah, but the 360 was the only time where Microsoft was sort of in the game.
Yeah, and they messed with the Xbox
360, PS4 and 360 were not in the same console generation, technically. It'll be the PS4
also,
and the
PS3
X1.
outsold the 360 too, ultimately, when it came down to it.
Yeah, PS3 vastly outperformed.
No, I did, but I'm saying
360 had good games.
That was the most competitive Microsoft's been.
Sure.
It dominated that
Sony.
time. Yeah.
Well, no, I just want to correct Ed on his console generation because he's trying to compare the PS4 to the 360. Like still, I mean, that's a horrible comparison. But yeah, 360 was the best generation of Xbox by far.
I agree.
Xbox, and that's the crazy thing because the trajectory of Xbox, you would think when it came to Xbox One, they would just continually get better because the original Xbox was a good console for what it was. For a brand new console, wasn't bad at all. And then you go to the 360, it just got better. It was like it improved on every facet of Xbox. And then you got to the Xbox One, and it just took a sharp nosedive. And it was just one of the worst consoles of that generation. I'll literally put it in the same. I'll say it was worse than, honestly, I think Xbox One was worse than Nintendo Switch. At the time, or not the
Nintendo
Switch,
the
Wii U. I'm sorry,
whoa.
Wii U.
Wii U.
Yeah,
Wii U.
it was. I would say the Xbox One was worse than the Wii U.
I would probably agree with that.
I would have to agree with it because a lot of games could not be ported over to the Wii U.
Wii U was
still had good games.
It was better. Yeah, it was at least Wii U was a statement.
Yeah, Wii U was a statement at least. Xbox
One was forgettable even for Xbox. I mean, out of the gate they fell on their face. Anyways, we don't need to go back to that. But going back to Nintendo, no, obviously I don't think I'm afraid for everything Microsoft acquires because I think it's just going to be churned up in the machine and it'll lose all its individuality. I would be heartbroken if they did that to Nintendo because they will do it to Nintendo because it's kind of what they do. They're a big corporation and it's what's expected. You know what I mean? They're not going to take it, spend the money on it and leave it alone and be like, oh, we're not going to mess with you. Of course they will. They'll take all the individualism that makes Nintendo weird and make it
Xboxy.
Granted, they'll make things better. They will make things better. The online would get better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you would get achievements in Nintendo games. The social world of Nintendo gaming would get a million times better. That's the number one thing I think would be an advantage. But everything else that makes Nintendo unique and cool would be just gone.
It will suffer greatly.
It would be bad. Yeah, I hope it doesn't happen. Again, I don't think we as the consumers have any choice in what these big corporations do. They'll do whatever they do. Yeah. I don't know if Nintendo's in the position to get acquired. I don't think they can be acquired in any way. You know what I mean? I haven't heard anything about that.
No, this is more a hypothetical situation.
It seems like they're okay where they're at right now.
Yeah, Nintendo's doing very well.
Yeah. Oh, well, I won't say necessarily they're doing very well, but they're doing well enough where they don't need to get bailed out. They don't have any current HR or PR issues at the moment. Their lineup is still, I mean, it's still just it is what it is.
It's a gold mine. They're sitting on a perpetual gold mine.
Well, they're sitting on a perpetual gold mine, but the thing is like it's different. Like a gold mine, I would say like okay, let's like bring it into like Apple, right? Apple's sitting on, I mean, I think they said at one point, I don't know how much. Let's say billions. Let's say at least 100 billion in cash, right? And Nintendo, but you know, Apple always puts out a new phone every year, putting out new headsets and so forth. They're always putting stuff out, even though it's literally kind of almost the same product. Well, I don't say the same product, but you know, they're and making upgrades every year. They're still capitalizing on the products that make them money. Nintendo, they are doing the same thing, but they're not innovating anything past. Okay, well, we're gonna make a 8-bit game. Now we're gonna put it online, so now you have a leaderboard for it. Like that's not what people want. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to have a leaderboard for something that that has no other features other than the original game that they could have played on the original console. So,
but it has to sell, right?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean?
Like
Explain.
all these things they're doing, it has to sell.
Well, because there's idiots like us.
I was about to say that. Yeah, we say that.
Yeah,
but
like I know we
funny.
hate it, and it's
Yeah.
true. We do hate it, and it's stupid. But why would they keep doing it if it doesn't sell or making money?
Well, because the
That's the
reason
whole
why
thing.
is because think about it. Yeah, look at this fool.
Yeah,
with
there
a
you
Game
go.
& Watch.
God.
A Rube.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. that's so
Oh
cool.
my goodness.
But you know the
I'm
reason
so-
why?
Be careful.
But you know the reason why is that the infrastructure for it is very little. Like an 8-bit game, like the 8-bit game can literally sit on our phone and take up not even a 1% of the memory. So if you can have a game that is an 8-bit game that takes up maybe 2 megabytes or a megabyte of data in of itself, or let's say 32 megabytes of data, whatever, maximum. 32 megabytes of data, and you can put that on a server, and all you have to do is have connectivity to it. Yeah, just replicate it so other people can be able to play it, download it, and so forth. They are not the actual the cost to run these services are so cheap comparatively to the price that they're paying for. Like you think about like how many people have bought Mario Brothers or Super Mario Brothers 3 or whatever. Like that game is shit ton old. Like this game's been out for decades. It literally they could put it on a 20 megabyte stick, a memory stick, plug it into a server, and then be like, all right, just download the game. Whoever gets to it first can download it, and we're going to charge you $20 for it.
That's what makes them geniuses. So like, here's the thing. You just said it. Like
That's not like code, but go ahead.
Mario Brothers, right?
Mhm.
Right. They released it with a leaderboard. Oh my God! It blew everyone's mind.
Right.
Wait 10 years, add achievements.
Yeah.
Release it again, it'll blow everyone's mind again.
Right.
They could have all done this 50, not 50 years ago, 5 years ago.
15 years ago. 15 years.
Yeah.
15 years ago. But they're slowly
Slowly.
adding very basic shit,
Yeah, like good net code.
and we eat it up.
We eat it up every single time. Man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's crazy.
They're geniuses.
So that's why, like, when like Greentuner is saying, like, oh well, somebody's buying it. Yeah, they only need one person to buy it to be profitable, right? And then you got Darksyd right over here talking about, he bought a Game & Watch thing that literally probably cost $1, $2 to create.
By the way, Nintendo, where's my Metroid Game & Watch? Where is it?
That's coming because
Where the fuck?
Yeah, 10 years
is it?
later. 10 years later.
But look at like Metroid Dread, right? That came out how many years after Prime 3, right?
20, 30 years?
Well,
no, like
Prime,
17.
Prime Remaster.
Yeah, pretty much they came out with Prime Remaster, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
we're
it was
suckers.
probably ready. It was probably ready 10 years ago.
It was,
And you're just laughing like,
yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like Nintendo doesn't need to be bought out. They're profitable, literally just doing nothing at the moment because there's people like us. Like I think I'm still paying for Nintendo Online, and I don't even play this shit. I literally have not turned on my Switch since Breath of the Wild.
So am I. What the fuck?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild. I don't think I've played. Even my PlayStation. I recently got hit for
and they make
year
it
PlayStation.
so cheap that it's like, I'll just keep it for another year.
What, $10 for
Yeah,
a
it is
year?
really
$10?
cheap.
Yeah, $20 a year. That's nothing. And then boom. But think about how many people have a Switch that have Nintendo Online that never play it or never use it. I don't think I've played any game on my Nintendo other than I think I played Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers once, just to be like, okay, I have it. And I'm like, okay, I'm bored, and I'm still paying for the stupid ass service. So, like I said, their catalog can literally fit on a memory stick, but here are fools like us paying for it month after month after month. And trust me, as a person,
have they added GameCube yet?
I
No,
don't think. I'm not sure. Actually,
well, I don't
See,
have Nintendo
that's
Online.
I know they did
something I
64.
will be interested because I didn't own a GameCube. I wasn't around that. That was a gap in my Nintendo life.
see, if Nintendo did this, if Nintendo put out their entire library from
We've
from
talked about this.
from the Switch,
Sold.
from the Switch and down, oh my goodness, like this would be, I would easily pay $20 a month for that, or not even 20, maybe 10.
Look how their online library that they do have. Look how slow they push out the shit.
Oh, at a snail space.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And we've all accepted it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We're all bitches. We all accept it.
Of course.
We're all like, every time there's a Nintendo Direct and they put out here's 5 more peasants, and we're like, oh my god! Yay, Zelda, the fucking 4 wins or whatever.
4 wins. Yeah.
4 wins.
It melts our brains, you know what I mean?
Like
so
they put out a Game Boy Advance game.
we're conditioned. We're conditioned.
We're like, holy shit! Now they're putting out Dragon Quest 2 out again. And then all the Dragon Quest fans are just fucking just going crazy over like it's ridiculous.
Brilliant. It's brilliant. So I could see
brilliant.
why going back to our original Xbox. Yeah, I could see why he wants who wouldn't want to acquire Nintendo? You're acquiring like Disney basically of video games.
Yeah, no, it's true.
So another news on that leak, I thought, I'm curious what Underground thinks about this. 3/4 of Xbox gamers have a Series S. Of all Xbox gamers right now are using mainly a Series S. 3/4. What do you think about that, Underground?
I have no problem with that. I mean, they got to do next gen console. I don't have a problem with that. I mean,
but do you think the 25%? Would you call them suckers for basically what is the point of that Series X? Like it's obviously the games are being built on the low end. They're not being built on the high ends.
Well, you're getting the best out of Xbox. You're getting like the cream of the crop of Xbox, basically.
Yeah, but no, you're cream of the crop. If everything was built for the Series X, that would be the cream of the crop. Those games would run and operate completely differently. They're built for a lower grade. They're built to run smoothly on a Series S. And God knows what I'm not a game dev.
No,
I know enough to know
they're built for the Series S, sure, but it'll run at buttery smooth on the Series X.
Right. But okay, so here's what I'm saying. I need to drive to the convenience store. And I need to buy a car. I'm getting to the convenience store, but am I going to get the Lamborghini to get to the convenience store, or will I save money and get a Honda Civic to get to the convenience store? All I need to do is get to the convenience store. Now, who's the bigger sucker? In that situation, all you're doing is getting to the convenience store. No one's going to look at you. No one is watching. It's in your, it's basically, it's just for you.
And the roads are built for the speed of the Honda Civic that it can handle.
Well, okay, if you want to just go to the
and there's a lot of speed bumps. There's a lot of speed bumps.
There's
a lot of speed bumps. It's through a lot of school zone. You can't go too fast now.
This is good. Yeah, if you want to just go to the convenience store, use your Honda Civic. If you want to go to, I don't know, the
No. You can only go to the
no.
Hey, it's my analogy.
The best place in town.
This is my analogy. There's only one road that goes to one place.
The greatest pizza ever.
Nope.
Take your Lamborghini.
Nope. You're only going to one place.
Nope.
And it's speed bumps every 2 feet over there. Anyways, I just thought
that was with the Lamborghini, I'm sure that they have good shocks. So you won't even feel the
let me ask you this real question. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that if Series X is the Lamborghini, the creme de la creme, it's the thing that they're going ooh and ah, it's their main thing that they show off everything on. Why the hell aren't Xbox gamers spending the money on Xbox Series X?
It's the cheapest option, and it's the mid grade, if you want to say. Yeah.
So okay, well, but isn't your
you got it?
I got it because I don't like. I got it because for all the reasons you said.
You say you weren't going to. You almost say you didn't care. If you didn't care, you wouldn't get it in the first place.
Well, I'm number one Xbox fan on this.
If you're a number one Xbox fan, you would have get the X.
No. Even I'm not that. Even I'm not that dumb. So I'm just. I find it interesting that Series X is where they want you to be, and it's not there. Is it a failure on Microsoft in how they're presenting it, or do you think it's just?
I don't think it's a failure. There's nothing.
Series S and X were a bad move. PlayStation doesn't have this problem.
They have
because they have a very simple, disc and discless. That's a very simple. But there's one,
But they're also so in the leaks. If you would have known, because since you're the Xbox fan, there's
one.
Yes, there's talks about a Series X but discless. And it would be less money than the current X.
That's $50 probably.
I don't know. Well, we don't know the price yet, but apparently
no. Well, based on all other consoles that are discless and have discs, the difference is like
50 or 100.
50. Yeah, it's like the disc, the what do you call it? The disc device
discless.
Whatever reads the disc reader, whatever.
The drive.
The drive. It's $50-$60. It's not really that much of a difference in
well maybe to you, but to the person who may just want to.
You think it'll make that big? Do you think that $50 is the thing?
I think it'd be 100, but I mean, would it be 100 or 50? I think it makes a slight difference because people want to get the best deal when they go to Best Buy or whatever. Like, oh, you can get this Series Y for what is it, 400 or 450, or you can get the Series X, which is 500. People might pick the Y because it costs less, and plus, if you wanted to, you can get another game on top of that, or just
and I'll be standing there with the salesman and be like, or just buy Series S. Yeah, I'm saying, what, they're building the games with the Series S. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's what I would say. So I think they created this problem. I mean, it's interesting. I don't know. It's one of the things that came out of these leaks. There's some other stuff that's like
the silicon, whatever.
Yeah, but the controller, like, it's not news. But Bethesda games coming out is not news. We knew these games were coming out. They underestimated Baldur's Gate 3.
The Circle Box.
Circle Box, yeah. Oblivion remaster. I don't think this is news. So
there's a Doom in there too.
Again, not news. We knew these things were going to come out. So I don't think of the leaks, I don't think there was anything too explosive and bad. Like,
well, the Circle Box, yeah, that's kind of the big thing in a way.
I don't know if it was explosive. I mean,
not explosive, but it's like, oh, okay, there's a Circle Box
of leaks.
It's not called Circle Box. It's in the shape of
it's like a cylinder.
A cylinder, yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is of like corporate leaks, this is probably the tamest corporate leaks that could have come out. So
it's no Nintendo thing. It's like, oh, the new Nintendo Switch 2 or something, like nothing like that. It's just an upgraded Series S and X. So I mean, there is an upgraded Series S already coming out. Yeah. It's all black Series S, and I think it's discless. No, it's a terabyte. So, and it's all black.
All right. Well, I don't think there was anything else in there. Like
Doom.
Again, not surprising. I could have probably told you that.
I mean, it's nothing groundbreaking, but hey, if
all right. So enough of ground baking.
So cereal. Groundbreaking news. Groundbreaking news.
We have something else on MGM. Were you talking about MGM hack?
Oh, so yeah, I wasn't gonna spend too much time on this, but we were talking because initially we had a conversation about Sony. Apparently, a bad actor had gotten hold of, or people were claiming that this bad actor had gotten hold of sensitive data from Sony and was pretty much ransoming Sony for the data. And according to certain outlets, they're saying that's all false. Like this person has not gotten, because you were saying before, I think Darksyd, you were saying that they had, from what you have read, they had gotten like a lot of personal data from users, Sony leak and so forth. Which the funny thing is, Sony did have a leak, and I think what you're probably referring to is probably a remnant of in the past. Sony did have a very large leak in the past. A lot of data was exposed, and the problem with that was people's personal data was exposed. Sony was on the offensive or the defensive with that. They had people change their passwords, giving away free games and so forth. And I think I ended up getting like 2 or 3 free games from them and so forth. They were really on the defensive and trying to get people's forgiveness in this. In this situation, I don't believe that, from what I remember reading, the hackers didn't, or the bad actors did not get any sensitive data from any like passwords and so forth. And that ultimately only like 50,000 roughly accounts may have been affected, which 50,000 overall is a very small subset of people overall when you think about the entire PlayStation ecosystem. 50,000 is not a huge number. I mean, it's still, it's people are going to get affected, of course, but it's nothing massive like the Sony breach from like 2013 or 14 when that occurred. With Sony, having this issue, I believe that Sony needs to pretty much just do what they're just operating as normal and keep it pushing and just live their life, you know, or just continue to operate as normal. But with MGM, so I don't know if you guys have been hearing on the news, pretty much some bad actors, a bad actor got a hold of pretty much the admin tools of an admin at the MGM and was able to like shut down everything at the MGM. I'm talking about slot machines. I'm talking about
casinos,
the casino in general, like tables,
really,
ATMs.
I
everything.
heard about this actually.
And this was costing MGM millions per day.
So you're talking about the MGM Grand.
Well, MGM,
casino.
yeah, well, all of MGM in general.
All of it.
MGM, which is the larger parent company, the conglomerate of all the hotels and casinos. All of them, everybody was affected. So even out here in the East Coast, it was affected.
Was James Bond affected?
James Bond was affected too. Yeah, it was horrible.
God.
Yeah, I mean, his Aston Martin started driving off without him. It was crazy. Yeah. It started just doing, No Time to Die type of shit. Nice. Spinning circles with machine guns out of the headlights. Absolutely crazy. But no, this was costing the MGM, I think they said up to like $10 million easily a day.
Damn.
Maybe even more. And the people, the ransomers weren't asking for a lot of money. I think they were only asking for like $10-12 million for the ransom. Only. Which is crazy because, if you're costing a company millions of dollars a day, and this has been going on for a month, like you think about it, 30 days, $8 million, $10 million a month. You're looking at $240 to $300 million in 1 month. And like I said, a lot of their systems were down and it was pretty shit. The problem.
I thought you were gonna say that they were just doing it for the lulz. They were just doing it for some people just want to watch the world burn.
But the funny thing is,
slice of a tangerine.
Slice of a tangerine.
But no, actually, the funny thing about that's what a lot of people were saying.
Oh, I forgot what the fuck.
Well, within the hacker community, cybersecurity,
the ransom was considerably less, is what you were saying.
It was much less than what probably they could have charged, because think about it.
So they thought it was. Would you say that was a good move? Like that.
You don't negotiate with terrorists.
Yeah, I know the blanket policies. You don't negotiate with these people. But do you think it was an amount that was for them would have been like, oh, might as well pay them? Kind of like, you know what I mean?
Well, the thing is like, okay, if you
there's
think about
companies that's paid off before.
Yeah,
right?
there's companies. Yeah, there's companies that paid off
$10 million a day.
Yeah, a lot of times when they pay off these companies, a lot of times you don't even hear about it, right? They want to keep it under wraps as much as possible.
Because that's the deal. Yeah, you pay them so nobody finds out.
Nobody finds out, and hacker groups, they mean they're gonna brag internally within the hacker world, and eventually will get out. But you always have that plausible deniability type of stuff. So yeah, there's ransoms that are paid out all the time. We will never hear about, right? Of course, the big ones we are going to hear about. So the MGM, that's a big one that we're going to hear about because it actually affects people. So people can't do the things that they want to do in the MGM.
They can't. MGM can't properly steal from its customers.
Right?
So
Well,
it's really affecting them. You
well,
know,
I'm not
being
gonna say
able
all
to
that.
foreclose.
Nice
on
one,
homes.
Greentuner.
Yeah, foreclose on
The fuck outta
homes
here.
or you know, repossess cars. Those poor guys are really hurting at MGM.
Wow.
We got a real hero here.
Yeah,
we got a hero here on the podcast.
Well, the real problem is this: like
who's the real problem actually?
Well, the real problem is that with the MGM being affected as it has, it's affected a lot of people. So it's not just like, and then of course gambling is not a necessity, right? But I mean, yeah, it's going to affect people's livelihoods as well because the casino has to pay these people. You know, the machines are down, tables are down, and so forth. That's people that can't work, and would the MGM probably still pay them? Sure. Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is that
if they're
what
cool,
happened,
they'll still pay them.
but the thing is that what happened to the MGM can happen to anybody. So how the hack happened? Is anybody familiar with how the hack happened?
Aren't most hacks?
I've seen
something
biohacking. What's it called?
So social engineering. Yeah, so social engineering.
That's 99% of all hacks.
So this was not even a hack.
No.
This was not some Oceans. This is not an Ocean's 11 where.
Oh no!
Who's listening to the?
Yeah, someone has a podcast on. Yeah, fucking amateur hour.
So you're telling me?
It's hold on.
So Tom Clooney, Brad Pitt,
Tom
Clooney, resurrected
Tom Clooney.
Mac,
Tom
Clooney.
Yeah, Tom Clooney.
Yep.
Yeah, they're all.
You say
did a
Bernie
heist.
Mac?
Yeah.
They're in a heist, and there's I believe there's one guy in a room with like 50 computers, right? And
yep. And then
dual
boarding. Like he actually has 8 keyboards around him for 40 monitors, and
he's like,
somehow.
Quick, I have to create a GUI in order to intercept and reroute.
Yeah,
the data
somehow
packets.
they can build an entire interface.
Jargon.
Yeah, they're like, I need to build a GUI so that I can go to the router and backdoor the load balancer, and be like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Look, I think we're all familiar with hacking. We've all watched Jurassic Park. It's pretty straight up.
I just watched.
This is a Unix system, right?
I was gonna say this is a Unix. I know
I'm
this.
A hacker.
This is Unix. It's just like,
hey,
what? And she's like literally
GUIs,
clicking at a snail's pace.
Pretty badass GUIs they had for.
I'm not gonna lie. As a kid, I thought it was so cool. I was like, like Bandy says, build a GUI interface to intercept his digital IP kernel, and it's like, what the shit? You just
precisely. But they don't knows the lingo.
Yeah, he knows.
He's a known hacker.
Yeah, like I need to reroute their IP address to this DNS server, and then when I go to the DNS server, I'm gonna VPN out, and then I'm gonna go to Spotify.com and listen to a song. And it's like, dude, like, what are you saying? Like, you're just saying random shit.
Well, you gotta make sure you BYOB the NWA once you're in the OKC.
Yeah, like I'm gonna crack the license by BYOB. I'm gonna bring my own or BYOL. I'm bring my own license, and then I'm gonna know. It's so stupid. It's like Swordfish, where the remember Hugh Jackman.
Oh my god, it was like a cube, a hacking cube. Remember?
No, remember when he was getting his dick sucked, and he was like
as most hackers do.
Yeah, you're getting obviously. Like,
how jealous do you think John Travolta was of whatever the girl is that was sucking the guy's dick?
I don't know.
Oh,
but he was like, but the funny thing is, it's hilarious because it's like, okay, I can imagine being in the room, coming up with the storyboard. Like, all right, think of it like this: we need a guy that needs to hack, what was it, the FCC or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But how are we gonna raise the stakes? Well, we're gonna put a gun to his head. No, that's not crazy enough. He needs to get his dick sucked while trying to get and do it in 30 seconds. That's pretty intense.
That's how most hacking works.
Yeah,
that's how most hackers are born.
Yeah,
in that movie probably.
He's putting in passwords like goat for 2020 or something like that. It was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so for
it's
the MGM,
spoon.
but the hack for this or the compromise. I keep saying hack. It really wasn't a hack. It was just an exploit, a social engineering exploit. somebody went on LinkedIn. So one of the bad actors went on LinkedIn, found was looking up admins, pretty much like Linux admins or whatever, or system admins for the MGM. Was literally called like the front desk or like the operator and said, yeah, I'm so and so, blah blah blah. I can't get into my account. Can you reset my password? Right? And they reset the
Wow.
password to whatever guy, whoever the admin that they wanted, reset the person's password, and then they were able to get in. That was it. Literally
Wow.
social engineering. Finding somebody on LinkedIn, finding their calling the number.
The person was getting their dick sucked at the time,
Probably.
I believe.
And they obviously was
That's
getting,
why the operator was like pretty much out the bus, so they couldn't think straight.
Now you know.
absolutely
Yeah.
ridiculous.
What in the world?
So that's what was going on.
It's like, can I help you?
Yeah, yeah, not even paying attention. So yeah, that's why I don't want to call it a hack. It wasn't a hack. It was social engineering. And that's what actually a lot of hacking, a lot of these events occur is through social engineering. So, but this
they
is
get
the thing about,
fired during the refractory period. They're like, damn,
like,
I really fucked up.
well, they
that
get clarity now. They should have followed the SOP pretty much to
Yeah.
resetting passwords.
No regrets though.
Yeah,
No
like there
regrets.
were no checks that had to be checked off. For
Well, that's what everybody's
reset.
saying. Like, you know, how many times you gonna call into a job and be like, hey, my name is Bob. Hey, Bob. Hey, Susan. Can you reset my password? My password is fake person, fake Bob at gmail.com. Like, it's just so stupid. Like, how they got away with that. Like these phishing scams, like people go on Facebook, right? And then they be like, they answer these trivia questions like, hey guys, like somebody, you know, some blonde hair, blue eyed white chick will be on the profile page. Her face will be the profile picture, and they'd be like, hey guys, well, I just played this cool game where I just told all these details about myself. I want to see who else can match with me. Hey, what's your favorite car? And what year did you get it? And be like, what's your grandmother's maiden name? And they just ask the same reset password questions, and pretty much getting your PII. And I know people personally, especially old people, like, oh man, that's crazy. They're asking me about my first car. No one knows that information, but I'm gonna go and tell it on the internet and put it out there. Hey guys, play the game with me. And then I just see a whole bunch of old people playing the same game. And I'm like, this is literally social engineering. This is how people hack accounts.
It is. Yeah.
So it's just crazy that they got away with it. But yeah, Sony luckily hasn't fallen victim to something as tremendous as the MGM. Like I said, $10 million a day losing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. So yeah, it's probably cost the MGM so far probably somewhere upwards of $250 to $300 million for this. So yeah.
Well, if they ever start laying people off, you know why?
Oh, they're not gonna lay people off.
No, yeah, I don't think so.
But yeah,
or like tell people like, hey, how about you not work on this day?
Well, it's not MGM; it's also Ceasars as well. Caesars was recently bought out by another company, so I mean, I guess it is what it is. But
it is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Really quick.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been talking about stories this entire time. We're almost 2
shit!
hours
Yeah,
in.
we need to get into the.
Let's talk about. Yeah, let's get into the main topic.
We're gonna have to skip the Chupacabra sighting, the Greentuner's exclusive.
Yeah,
we'll get to it later.
Yeah, so let's go and talk about our main topic today. We wanted to talk about our favorite alien Jedi. Continuing on with season 1, we watched both episodes 6 and 7 of Ahsoka. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and kick it off. What do you guys think about it? Coming off of the big Anakin reveal and Anakin episode, let's talk about, you know, the big one, the big reveal, episode 6. So I'll let you guys kick it off.
So I tried to get tickets to go see this in theaters the day of. It was sold out immediately. A little bit bummed about that.
Ahsoka was in theaters?
Yeah, it was in select theaters.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
episode 5 was in theaters.
Why was episode 5 in theaters?
Yes. Or which one? Is that
because
the
of
one
Anakin?
with Anakin?
Yeah, episode 5 is the one with Anakin that was in theaters.
I'll be honest, that was one of my least favorite episodes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. I hated when they.
I will agree with you. I think the show is
What?
way more exciting when
It's
it's
way more
not
exciting without those
in-
elements.
It's way more exciting with what's happening now rather
Yes.
than the
The
like,
new
the
shit, the
past
crazy
stuff was
shit with the
cool.
space whales and witches, and I love that shit.
All that shit's
Don't
good.
bring me back into the shitty world of regular mainstream
Whoa,
Star
whoa,
Wars.
whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Wait,
Same-
real quick before we get into that, Ed, you
Yeah.
were about to go on a story that I know didn't end up with
Oh,
you.
you're such a tool, Ed. Did you see what
the
Ed
theater. What?
No, I tried to see it in
did?
theaters.
He is in his Sith
Colors
mode
Lighting.
now.
Oh
Yeah.
my god!
Yeah.
Did you see the duality though of Ed's
The
like?
duality.
Oh my god!
The
What could it mean?
duality.
What could it mean? We'll need
Alright,
a
so
philosophy major to tell us.
True.
Yeah.
So your
Um,
bitch ass tried to go to the theater and watch it?
Yes, I tried to watch it. It was in select theaters, only in a few states. So our state was being one of them, and only in I think 2 theaters, sold out same day.
okay,
Couldn't see it.
that's
So
Wow.
I saw it at home.
But luckily, we're talking about episodes 6 and 7, which were
6 and
not
7,
shown
yeah.
in theaters.
I can see why.
And episode 6, the big reveal, the grand entrance of Grand Admiral Thrawn was
Yeah.
I'm not done with the
awesome.
previous.
was awesome.
I'm not done with the previous.
Well, I said you're done because I'm talking.
I am not done.
Yeah, we're
I'm not
talking about 6
done.
and 7
All
right
right,
now.
go ahead.
I'm not done.
Ed,
But
go
yeah,
ahead.
Look,
so
Space Elon Musk was pretty cool.
what?
What do you think of his
Mm.
plan to rename Twitter, though? That is the question. Space Twitter.
Well, he's actually
SpaceX.
wants to rename the Empire to just X.
X. He's
Yeah,
crazy.
the Empire, instead of
Crazy.
being called the Empire, is just going to be called X.
The Empire X back?
Mhm.
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 Yes, the Empire X is back.
Mm.
It was,
Yes.
yeah, it was cool. I don't know. I really, really liked it. I liked the fight scenes. I liked the whales. I liked all the crazy shit that's happening. I liked the sword fights. It was
Well,
pretty damn cool.
So let's go real quick back to Thrawn. Thrawn's entrance.
I wouldn't even haven't even started with the Thrawn. Well, I'm before the Thrawn.
And I have no time for you to get
I don't
there.
want to
okay?
talk
But
about
I
episode
have-
5. We already spoke about it last time.
Yeah,
I-
5.
No,
didn't.
We're off 5.
Did we?
We're off
Yeah.
5. We're on
Yes,
6 and
we're
7.
on 6 and 7.
Oh,
But yeah, we're not on 5. That was an episode ago. So
oh,
I
well
mean,
then
yeah,
suck it.
unfortunate. Yeah, it is suck it. So yeah. But yeah. So anyways, our boy Thrawn. Yeah, what an entrance! What a way to come out! And his the stormtroopers look really cool. That one guy,
Yo,
Enoch,
that
his
one
Are
face,
they
guy with
dead?
the Roman helmet.
yeah, looks cool as
Yeah,
hell.
that guy's
What a
cool as
cool way!
hell.
Like, here's the thing with this series that I am very happy with and continue, and I think most fans are happy with, that it is doing new shit to Star Wars. It is doing
Yes.
new and interesting shit to Star
cool
Wars.
Yes,
shit. Yeah,
this is the
Yeah.
Star Wars I wanted.
the witches
Yeah,
are
the
fucking
witches are cool.
Yes,
cool as hell.
Yeah,
You're
and-
basically bringing like dark, almost satanic magic into Star Wars. You know what I mean?
you're
Well,
bringing
it's
Where they have
something
all
that's
this like
not
weird
not
rituals
force
and all this
related
like.
because they're not using the
Yeah.
force.
No, it's something ancient. They said that it's something older than the Force or something insane. So
Yeah.
you're like
Right.
dipping your toe into like a vast sea of like weird, cool
Now
shit.
I know we don't us here on the podcast, we haven't really gotten into the Rebels and we haven't gotten into the
No.
Clone Wars, but I know Ed
A little bit.
Underground and I have played Jedi
Fallen Order and
Fallen Order.
Last, I haven't.
Jedi
yeah, Fallen
Survivor,
Order.
I have not. Yeah, I have to get into it. I'm thinking now I'll start playing Jedi Survivor, but Fallen Order, you go to Dathomir and you fight the witches.
Yes.
So like I was kind of aware of them, and it's really cool to see it being a part of the Star Wars that I thought was relegated to, cartoons or video games,
Yeah.
brought into the mainstream, and then also done really intriguingly well. Like, yeah, the witches are cool. The witches feel like something out of like that one movie that it feels like a Greek mythology we're watching. You know what I mean?
It
feels
does.
like
Yeah.
it feels like
Something old timey.
Clash of the Titans. Clash of the Titans. Remember the 3 witches that share the one eye? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
yes.
were
what it's
the
called, though.
Oracles?
Clash of the Titans.
Basically.
No,
I
I
forgot
think
what they
they're
were called.
no, they're not the oracles. They're the something of destiny. They weave
Yeah,
them.
yeah, where they
yeah,
all
yeah.
share the one eye that sees everything.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like that's the like vibes I'm getting. And you said it, Enoch with the Roman helmet type thing. Like when he turned around, I had a reaction. Like I was like, that is like stormtroopers have always been cool, but to introduce an element to the stormtrooper that was like your Captain Phasma when all chromed out, that was a cool look.
That
Really
was
cool
cool,
look,
yeah.
right? Then that character unfortunately turned out to be a dud, but that character the look was real cool. This guy's got the same like interesting look. So
Yeah.
a lot of the things, the visuals we're seeing, real interesting. What do you guys think of the world? Whatever world that is.
Oh, that
It's
planet.
it's
It's
a
cool.
world that we've never been to. It's a galaxy far, far away from the galaxy we know of. I think it's really cool. It's a graveyard
to
planet,
do
really.
it.
Well, yeah, I mean they did it, so
What do you think of it? Is the question.
It's cool.
I think it's cool.
It's like basically like ancient temples surrounded by the carcasses of like space whales.
Well,
It's a fucking trippy ass world.
I
Yeah.
think on the outside it's cool that the space whale carcasses are cool, but the planet itself, I'm not too. I think it just looks like a regular planet.
They said that it's barren because it's so old.
Yeah,
And it's so whatever
like the
that
ideas of it. Yeah,
yeah, like the thing is like what you see doesn't represent what it used to be. Because those structures and everything are way older than most civilizations. So basically it's like almost going to Egypt. Yeah, I mean the surrounding the pyramids, it's not that impressive, but
That's true,
if you
yeah,
were to be
yeah.
transported back into the day when it was like filled with people and everything, you would be amazed.
Or if you go inside the pyramids and find things that you wouldn't think would be in there, because I think there's more to
some
this
kind
planet
of
than there is.
ancient magic or something that you
Well,
found
hold
out
on.
it's
Okay,
insane.
so their Thrawn currently is loading these pods, look like caskets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Loading something into his. What do you guys? There's a lot of speculation on what that could be. Now I said caskets because I'm hearing that a lot, that there are bodies in there. Do you guys think? What do you think? What's the plan here?
I think there are bodies. I also think that the current stormtroopers that we're seeing may have been dead, and those three sisters or three mothers rather resurrected them.
It could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hearing. Yeah, that's what I heard too. And again, that's not something I know. Maybe people with Star Wars background are floating these ideas out there, and I'll respect them. But yeah, that they're the stormtroopers that he currently has, because they're all beaten up and everything, that they're constantly being resurrected. Again, another cool idea that has never existed in Star Wars, that again adds a fresh dose of life to Star Wars. Now, I floated this, my opinion, I think it was last episode, was that before we made the jump to the new galaxy, my hope was, and I'm wrong.
A New Hope?
Yeah. My hope was that Thrawn would be thriving in this new galaxy, and when we arrived there, he would have established an empire there. You know what I mean? But obviously that has not happened. And of course, I really wanted this to be a one-way trip for all our heroes. I didn't want them to come back to our galaxy, but I mean, it seems like that might be the case. We might be
eventually come back so that, because Thrawn needs to. I don't think he needs to, but it'd be so interesting if he actually comes back into the galaxy he wants to go to.
Let me put this out there. And I still stand by this, and I could be wrong, and I am going to be wrong. It's more everything I'm being shown here that's exciting me is all in this new galaxy, and the possibilities of what else is in this new galaxy makes me really happy to be here. I don't want us to leave this new galaxy and go back to that dumb galaxy, because I know the future of that dumb galaxy, and it sucks. And it means that Thrawn will come back, and whatever plan he has is going to be failure. However, if he stays and our heroes stay in this new galaxy, we don't know what the future is. I don't know what'll happen in the future.
There is a comic where not Vader. Is it Vader? So in the galaxy that they're in now, this unknown galaxy, there is a enemy that is force resistant against force wielders. So let's say if this I forgot the race of these people, but if they would like to go against Vader or anyone else who uses the force, they're resistant against the force.
Wow. Okay. I mean, that's cool. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
that
that's
is
the
a
kind of
cool.
stuff that could have been in the movies, but for some reason,
Well,
Kathleen Kennedy,
yeah, I mean,
Disney
no
decided not
use
to do it.
over crying. No use crying over spilled milk.
Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah. To be honest, it would be cool if they stay, but something tells me they're gonna go back to the galaxy.
Oh, they're going to have to.
That's why I
it's
said
part
that
of it.
Yeah.
it has to, if they want to continue it, they're gonna have to have Thrawn, like you said, go to maybe a smaller planet as that they have another fight in or something. I don't know.
Well, I think Creamcast read something last episode when I pitched this, like my feelings on that. I think he read something somewhere that Mando is going to be teaming up with Ahsoka in some big conflict. Like there's some plan out there for another series or movie in which this conflict obviously gets resolved in a big crossover. Obviously, that can only happen if Thrawn returns to our galaxy and everyone else returns to our galaxy, thereby making everything less cool, in my opinion.
Mhm.
So I mean, obviously, I have a lot of faith in Dave Filoni now. I mean, I think obviously he knows what he's doing, and really feel like he has a plan.
Yes.
Really, really feels like there is a long-term plan here, and I'm on board and excited again for Star Wars. But yeah, Thrawn, really cool. What he brings to the picture, really cool. The state of his, I don't know, his army and his ship and his plan. Everything is
His
mysterious.
demeanor.
Everything is cool.
Yeah.
It's everything has lived up to the expectations of this big bad. We've been building up to.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't wait to see what he's going to do. What about
The one loose end that's gonna suck is what's his name? The Dark Jedi.
Ray.
Yeah.
Something
Balin?
or someone is
Balin,
calling
yeah.
him.
Just because with Balin, it's like I want to know what, because he hasn't really told anyone what his path is, but he keeps talking about this path and how
Well, something's
Thrawn
calling
is
him.
like a major part of
Yeah,
what he's trying to
Ed,
achieve.
you
But I
said,
don't know what he's trying to achieve.
well,
Something or someone is
Like,
calling him.
I know something
yeah.
is calling him in that planet, but aside from calling him, it's also making him, or at least in his mind, he has to have Thrawn succeed in
Yeah.
order to achieve whatever he's trying to achieve, whatever
Thrawn
is
is
calling
just
him.
a pawn
It
for
could be,
whatever
yes,
this
but
thing is
that's what I'm
calling him to.
saying. Unfortunately, the actor passed away, so I don't know
Yeah.
how they're gonna resolve that.
Yeah, and I'm getting kind of scared because you only have basically like what, 2 more episodes or one
I
more
think you have
episode?
one episode, I think.
One episode to resolve this with him. So either
Yeah,
he
because this was
dies
the
or
7th episode, and usually they do like weird numbers, like 8, 10, right?
yeah, I think 8 episodes is
Yeah.
the correct length for this series. So I think we have one more episode then. Yeah. Now at reaching the end of this episode where I thought he and Ahsoka were going to get into a confrontation,
Which they
and
did.
which they did, and I
on the way
thought,
to Beyond One, probably.
well, I thought it was going to have a clear resolution. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought
Like,
he was gonna die. I thought
he would die. Yeah, like
but
because they
he was still superior
definitely
to
set it up.
her. But that's the cool thing, that he was superior to her in fighting.
Yes,
And then she manhandled his student. So
yeah,
it was like, all right, it was cool seeing like the different like levels of swordsmanship.
Well, he didn't win that fight either. He had a distraction and
Yeah, that's what I mean.
avoided it.
She didn't like outright beat him. She had to like basically outsmart him.
Yeah, which is
in order
good
to win that.
because
But then when she actually had the 1-on-1 with the student, I forgot her name.
Shin Hati.
Hati.
Yeah, Hati. Yeah,
Not
she
that
just,
I know off the top of my head.
Hati.
yeah, Hati.
Yes, we
what they say.
know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's called? Yeah, Ahsoka had no problems. Just basically disarming her without even breaking a sweat.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I don't know what the resolution is going to be for our
But
boy
the
here.
Balin is so fucking intriguing because that's another thing. It's like a new character.
Yeah.
Some weird cult
it
thing,
sucks.
some ancient power. We're talking like HP Lovecraft shit here, where
I hope.
basically an ancient entity is calling to him. So I'm like, I
Could be
don't
Cthulhu.
know. Yeah.
Could be.
It could be, but you think he'll do that?
No, they won't.
No, it's not.
But
I'm not saying it's gonna be Cthulhu, but it could be something inspired by Cthulhu.
well, I
like
mean,
an
we're finally
ancient
getting
force,
into
an ancient entity that calls to everyone or to certain people, and only certain people can hear it.
Well, like Ed was saying, like we're getting into new and interesting force users or force resistant things that have not been in the mainline Star Wars series. They've been in Legends, I'm sure, but not in Star Wars, not in the mainline series.
Barbaric looking, pretend Predator, but without the grotesque face.
Yeah, I looked it up when you were talking, so
Oh.
I know what you're talking about. But yeah, no, there's a lot of cool shit. So this could be our door. That's why I don't want to leave this galaxy. But we'll see what
I agree, because remember how I said that I didn't like the Anakin Skywalker in these last 2 seasons? The one
I
point
loved
that
it.
started where I was like, oh no, was when they had the hearing with the one commander.
Oh yeah, that's
in the boardroom or whatever, and then fucking C-3PO, or is it C-3PO?
Yeah,
it's
had to come
C-3PO.
in, and I was like, well, of course they're doing this.
Come on.
Why do they have to do this?
I
Why
didn't
do they have to
see
give me this
the
garbage?
necessity of doing that.
Yeah.
It was way out of left field.
No, what?
C-3PO just coming in.
I love the C-3PO moment.
I hated this.
It just seemed like it was unnecessary.
No, it wasn't, because like here they have this thread of the New Republic, and that was very boring. And I was like, please, I don't want to deal with this bullshit because I'm in this new galaxy.
Yeah, let's not go back to the fucking chamber meetings or whatever they are.
Well, the C-3PO
Senate of the space or whatever.
The thing I liked about the C-3PO moment was he cut that shit fast. He showed up and said, "This is dumb now. We're moving on." And that's why I was like, all right, C-3PO. He showed up. Otherwise, they were really going on into like this hearing. And I was like, please, I don't want this episode to be this hearing. Or
I don't either.
Something like so. C-3PO showed up and like really moved the story along. I thought he was a fun inclusion. I thought what he represents.
Those are like my least favorite things of Star Wars. Like again, they just can't help sometimes but dip into the Star Wars formula of like just having cameos and bringing things. I'm not a fan. That's what I said.
I think it was well used.
It might have been well used, but it was a low point for me.
Oh, unnecessary. It was like, why? I mean,
I'd much rather see more of what's happening in the planet.
That's what I'm saying. But they couldn't like storytelling wise, they cannot not address that. So I think they addressed it the fastest way possible, and I liked it.
Yeah, so, I mean, again, I understand why they did it. It still just rubs me the wrong way.
So a lot of people were saying that I keep forgetting his name, Ray, who plays the Dark Jedi. A lot of people were saying Ray Stevenson. What is his character name?
Baylan.
Okay, so a lot of people were saying that Abeloth is calling onto Baylan.
Okay.
Abeloth.
Oh, I thought that isn't Abeloth some kind of devil or demon? I'm assuming that's where they got the name from.
Well, maybe, but I mean, I don't know what the name exactly, how they got the idea of the name, but
no, they used a lot of like weird
like
tales and everything for this for Ahsoka.
Yeah, like the the green alien, her name is Heidi, or is it Hilda? What's her name again? But she's based off of a Greek
Hera.
Yeah, Hera. But apparently a lot of people were saying that Abeloth is calling on to Baylan.
Okay. That's it's a possibility, but we don't know. I mean, that's one of those things that are out there that would be interesting. I don't know if that's something that it seems that Dave Filoni is in like a mini Star Wars universe of Dave Filoni. So he
a better one.
Sure. And he I think he's more playing around in his own sub universe, and I think that's a way cooler place to be in right now. So I'm excited to see where that brings. We finally got to see Ezra, like a long-awaited character. He's now in the series.
Is it really him?
What do you mean by that?
So there have been speculation that he could be not real. He could be basically made up by the mothers, possibly.
Oh, but the 3 witches?
Yes.
Look up Abeloth.
You do,
dude. That's
Darksyd.
Crazy. If they put her in the show, oh man, then that adds more to the weird, like
that'd be cool.
Junji Ito type territory.
Be cool.
Yeah, the character design is really. That character design is what I've been wanting ever since we saw it on the stupid animated series, where they had like a weird demonic,
those
like almost like a haunting of like a haunted. I mean, like in the horror movies where you have like an entity that lives in your house or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was the entity that was basically a Sith, right?
Oh,
We've
okay.
never
Yeah,
seen that,
yeah,
and that was really
yeah.
cool to see. Like basically horror segment, with a
Yeah,
Sith in it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, that's one of the things that how do you keep a franchise fresh is sometimes you gotta splice it with other genres, to
Mhm.
keep it alive. And Star Wars spliced with horror. Hey, we've never been down that road, but look at what it does for Marvel. Marvel splices their regular shit with comedy and space, and they get Guardians of the Galaxy. You know what I mean? So you keep stuff fresh and interesting. That's how you do it. Star Wars is like, I don't know. I think we're getting to a point where is it too precious? We can't mess with it. We can't do crazy shit with Star Wars.
I
Or
think people are hopefully, if Ahsoka succeeds and everything, hopefully they are a little more lenient with how what there's so much to explore, and I think that's been our main complaint, and especially mine, that there's so much to Star Wars that you can do that it always seems to be wasted on retelling the same couple of stories over and over and over again, using the same thing. But yeah, no, I if they have Abeloth, especially if they're seeing like the depictions of her, that'd be dope as hell. Because then we're
Abeloth.
talking about like true horror.
Creamcast, you've been unusually quiet for the entire segment.
Yeah.
Why don't you finally say something, you bitch?
Yeah. What
Wow.
is this?
Yeah.
Amateur hour?
It
Wow,
does sound like
wow.
amateur hour. All right, so I'm just gonna. Are we talking about just both episodes at the same time, or what? How we
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
yeah. We're
both
just
episodes,
yeah.
steamrolling
Sure.
it.
So I see.
Unless you're Ed, where he was trying to talk about episode 5 for some reason.
Yeah, we had to
Okay.
try to get him off that.
Okay, that's
What the
weird.
Anakin appearance?
Nope. We don't know.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. No, I mean, I
sad.
kind of wish. I hope they do go in the horror segment on this. Obviously, with the sisters are trying to get off the planet, right? Desperately. It seems like they are following, which is kind of uncharacteristic of them following Thrawn, right? And also something like I've been reading theories about what people think could possibly be what Balin is talking about. Or what Balin is referring to, and we kind of see that with episode 7. Balin pretty much saying like, "Hey, your destiny is with Thrawn." Pretty much because she has a very Shin has a very set mindset. Like she's very focused, like kind of one directional. While Balin seems like Balin and Shin kind of wanted the same thing at one point, or Shin wanted what Balin wanted. But it seems like Balin now is kind of going on his own, which is kind of interesting because it's kind of a departure from what he's kind of been teaching Shin this entire time. Based on some of the people, like the theories that people think of how Ahsoka is going to go about with the continuing the series and moving the Star Wars needle, you could say. Somebody was saying that Palpatine at one point spoke a long time ago about how he felt there were darker things outside of the Force. There are things darker than the dark side of the Force out there, stronger things within the dark side of the Force that he was feeling out there, that he was afraid of.
Now, this is not something from like the mainline movies, right? This is from the novels.
I believe it's from the novels.
Okay.
So they were saying like, with that, with Palpatine, pretty much being the strongest Sith Lord, the fact that he had something out there that he was afraid of, kind of ties in with now in this new galaxy. He even said, I think he also even said that it was something outside of our galaxy, something that's outside in like the void of space that kind of scares him. And now we're in a totally different galaxy, and the sisters are trying to get off a planet and then get off their home world. But Balin is being drawn to something on that home world. Is kind of a really cool thing that they could possibly go on at this point, right? So I'm really looking forward to the fact that they might be doing something more of like typical eldritch horror type of something. There's something out there in the dark that is scary to the Force, because like even
Abeloth.
Yeah, it could be anything.
Well, that's
I
how they
don't.
depict her too. She has like tentacles and shit.
Yeah,
Right.
So it's
she's
really
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 tall,
cool.
has tentacles for hands and feet.
And then
I
she
think
has like the big like smile from like ear to ear
he's
with
basically like
teeth.
Melina.
Yeah,
Melina,
Mhm.
she has the
yeah. Look her up. She's really dope. So
yeah,
Yeah.
and I could be wrong, but you have to correct me if I'm wrong about this. I think she's the mother of the ones. So they're the
the
father.
ones.
Yeah, the ones. Uh Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Ahsoka have met the ones.
What are the
But
ones?
the ones are basically the manifestations of the Force. The Sith, and the Sith is his brother, and the Jedi is the sister, and the father he's kind of like in between.
Huh.
Um,
Okay.
yeah. So what is that CGI? Was it Rebels? Rebels is when they actually meet them, and
Yes.
they actually kill Ahsoka, and the brother actually reveals to Anakin his future, which is Vader. So you see glimpses of Vader in there too. But they erase their memories, so they'll know nothing about what happened. But the mother, apparently, correct from wrong, the mother is Abeloth.
She is.
Yeah. Okay. So
Huh.
yeah, and she is extremely powerful. Extremely powerful.
Mm.
Like it took the ones, the mother, I'm sorry, the brother and the sister and the father to take down.
Okay.
So she
Now,
may be like imprisoned or something. Is that what she's
I
calling out
think
to?
now, correct me if I'm
What's the
wrong. I
name?
think she doesn't have a physical body right now. So it's possible now, this is a theory,
Oh my goodness, that's so cool. Now
she
we're
could
going to Lord of
possess
the Rings.
someone
Yeah, she could
Yeah.
possess someone that people thinking
Yeah,
of
where
possibly
what's his name?
Balin.
or
Yeah,
the
Balin,
other
yeah, yeah.
one.
Balin or Shin, possibly. We saw
now,
Shin run away. Yes.
Creamcast, you were doing something else while we were talking about this, but
Yeah.
do you think that's a possibility? Because this is an established character. Everything that Dave Filoni is doing is his own creations right
Yes.
now,
Yes.
and he's playing in a world that he's created. He's like, obviously, I have a feeling he has a plan. Do you think that's he's going to be linking this to existing canon characters or non-canon characters, or he's going in his own direction? What do you think?
I think it'd be both. Honestly, I think Dave Filoni is he's taking a lot of liberties with Star Wars, which this is something that I think we've all asked for, right? We've all asked for
Yes.
give us something deeper than just Jedi and lightsabers all the time, right?
Yes.
That there's established lore, that there are existences outside of the known characters that we have, and a lot of times we said, like, we even spoke, like, we care more about those side characters than the main story. Like the story of the Skywalkers is literally one small portion of Star Wars. While it takes over, they are the main family, like the first family of Star Wars. There are so many other storylines that can be branched off, and this is one of them, which I greatly appreciate. So I'm thinking that Dave Filoni will take this out to create his own thing, but can bring in side characters that were previously not canon, and might maybe mention them by name and do his own thing. I think that with the possibility of having a whole new galaxy, there's so many possibilities that can happen with it. Like Ed was saying, what with the ones, the ones are established now. They've been established, so the fact that they can be brought into the Star Wars fold is one. It's going to be a kind of a hard thing, right? So you're going to have a branching story of characters that are completely outside the main storyline. I think that's going to be a hard pill to swallow for some Star Wars fans, because when you tie it into the later trilogies, it's going to be kind of hard to have, like, you have these super powerful characters that are on a totally distant side of the galaxy fighting their own thing, and then you still got Rey Skywalker over here who's learning how the Force goes on, her
Mm-hmm.
first time holding a lightsaber. So there's some inconsistencies in between the two, which is kind of crazy that you would think that you have these rich storylines that are kind of blossoming at the moment, but then you still have like the canon stories that maybe be a bit, I would say maybe be a bit, I won't say not underdeveloped, maybe undeserving, right? Of
Remember
fan love.
remember Disney branded Rise of Skywalker as the end of the Skywalker saga. So they're very conscious to bookend that like family story. Maybe there
Sure.
was like thinking that there's more to Star Wars, but like you're saying, we're kind of stuck with the same family and the same kind of story repeating, which is in a way we all love that
Mm-hmm.
and we all love those characters. But you think Disney's conscious of that? That's why I've always assumed that that's why they specifically brought that out of nowhere. That term Skywalker saga
Mm-hmm.
came out right around Rise of Skywalker, that it was the end of the Skywalker saga. Do you think that's an effort from them to make a clean separation and start something?
Yeah, I can see that. Well, I mean, they're doing the next portion of the Skywalker saga with Rey. Well, so I mean, we haven't had an official storyline, but Rey rebuilding the Jedi Order. But
yeah.
but I think that is good. I mean, honestly, it's like almost like having Lord of the Rings, right? So you have the Lord of the Rings trilogy. You go through the complete story of like telling a complete story of a family, or kind of like we go from the Hobbit, from what's his uncle's name, whatever his uncle's name was,
Bilbo?
not Bilbo, his
Frodo?
oh yeah, Bilbo, yeah, right, Bilbo.
Yeah,
So
Frodo's
Bilbo going from his story. I mean, they kind of did it backwards, but I mean, honestly, that's kind of what Star Wars did too. Kind of did the same thing. They did the middle part, then they did the original, and then they did the last. So that's actually what Lord of the Rings did, to an extent. So, with that point being said, yes, I think and when you say that, that is probably what Disney wanted to do in the Skywalker series. Be done with it, and for the most part, wipe hands clean of it. You got rid of Luke,
but announce another Rey Skywalker.
right? But at least you wiped your hands clean of Luke at this point. Anakin's gone. Vader is dead, right? You got rid of Luke. You got rid of Leia. There's no Han Solo anymore. Only person that's still alive to this day is Yoda's dead. Only person that's alive is Chewbacca. Chewbacca is the only person in Jar Jar.
Hold on.
Jar Jar's a Sith somewhere.
What?
And the gay droid.
Oh, C-3PO?
Yes.
What?
Also, I keep having to point this out. Lobot is not confirmed dead. I will just put this out there.
Lobot will always
not
live.
Confirmed dead.
Right.
Nobody saw him die. I'm just saying.
And he is part machine, so he probably lives for a long time.
He's dead.
Yeah.
I have
he's dead guaranteed.
No, Lobot's
I have no
alive.
problem them ending the Skywalker saga as long as they did it correctly, which they didn't. So, whatever.
I think I disagree with that. I think they did it as correctly as they could. Could they have potentially did it better? Yes. I think they did it well enough. Like, you can't say that ultimately with Luke coming back. I have
to disagree. That was a hot piece of shit.
It was
Skywalker.
Yes.
Well, yes. I mean, it wasn't great, but it's done. But the thing is, it's
terrible.
Done. It's done. Would you expect Luke to be young forever and blah blah blah? Luke, he pretty much force ghosts himself after drawing all the fire from Ben. He pretty much just disappeared. Palpatine, yes.
I love the way Luke died. I thought it was cool as shit. Like him astral projecting a physical manifestation on another planet. The most coolest thing I've ever seen.
That is cool.
I mean, it's cool. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, ultimately, at the end of the day, they did enough to wipe away all the Skywalkers. Now, the Palpatine granddaughter coming. Well, Palpatine, yes, granddaughter.
He's a Palpatine.
No, I forgot. Well, it was her daughter or granddaughter. Granddaughter.
Is she?
Granddaughter.
Yes. Oh, okay. I don't remember.
She's a Palpatine. I don't either. I remember that part.
How's she a Palpatine?
Because she's the granddaughter of Palpatine.
Who's her father?
I forgot the father's name.
Oh, fake fan. Okay, so anyways,
Doug, I believe.
Yeah. So it was immaculate conception. Actually, it technically was, but at the end of the day, yeah, I think they wrapped up the Skywalker good enough. We're done. Yes, could it have been better? Could there have been some grandiose things? Sure. But I mean, it is.
I think they did, and Dave Filoni was like, "Yeah, you're not using this, right?" Yoink, and he like pulled that Anakin Skywalker right out of that.
I mean, everybody says that the one shot of Vader coming out of the smoke, they were like, "Yo, that was probably the coolest thing they've ever seen A lot of Star
Yeah.
Wars fans like that's probably the coolest one shot in the entire Star Wars franchise, which I agree. Dave Filoni is
It's
doing
cool,
a great thing.
yeah.
He's doing a really cool thing, and I just think that the only thing that kind of just irritates me is like I wish that this like kind of build up to this, where now they're going to deeper parts of the galaxy, would have been tied to the last 3 movies, Star Wars movies as well, where Palpatine would have came back, but you would explain that maybe he was one side of the ones, he was the father or the mother, he was possessed, and that's how he got. Like they could have did something really cool with that. They could have did this grandiose thing to end out the Skywalker trilogy of fighting like the great evil of the Force, but
Palpatine.
well, what I'm saying is like they could did like reason why Palpatine came back. It wasn't just some he just came back and they just cloned him over and over again. Like, hey, Balin got possessed. He found Palpatine, transferred spirits, whatever, and she's trying to rebuild the Sith Order.
Oh, okay. You think that this could try to make sense of that terrible ending?
Yeah,
If
I could
anything,
definitely see
Abeloth
them
can
doing
possess.
that.
Abeloth can possess Shin or whoever.
No, what I'm
Because
saying
I don't
is
think
that
Abeloth has a body.
Look, I don't know who Abalone is, but I'm telling you, I know who Palpatine is.
yeah.
and that's what I'm
So
saying.
Abalone could
Baloney.
have got. What I'm saying is that she could possess like Balin. I always want to call him Balin Greyjoy. I don't know why. But
a bologna sandwich.
Yeah, abalone sandwich. Hold the olives. Could possess somebody, go seeking out Palpatine. Now, Palpatine could be literally in a test tube, but he's still exudes the Force. Then
Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool if Balin goes to some place, he opens up and is a young Palpatine, or the actor who plays like the Palpatine just there?
Yeah,
and
Palpatine,
that's how it like fucking ends.
Yeah,
that'd be
Palpatine.
awesome.
Yeah, like that'd be awesome. Like Palpatine is reborn somehow, re-raised in the body of Palpatine, but now is the prime Palpatine, almost like he has all the memories of Palpatine, but is now in a younger body, and now is trying to rebuild the First Order. Like that would be fucking cool, because then it goes beyond Thrawn. Like we could go a couple seasons with Thrawn being the bad guy, but then in the back, like, oh yeah, we did it, we beat him, and then all of a sudden then you have a Palpatine out there type force. Is like you just touched the surface of evil, and because of Thrawn's interference onto this other galaxy has created a much greater evil, where now the Skywalkers are having to intercede, where Luke has to come in and now actually train the next Jedi Order. Like this could have been phenomenal.
That could be
Darksyd.
You got me. Yeah. What?
Let me ask you this. Let me get a scenario.
Ed, you've been giving a lot of thumbs up.
Yeah, he's like,
no thumbs ups. No.
Yeah, I saw you doing it.
Yeah, he said, yeah, this is great.
No thumbs ups. Let me.
All right, here's some
scenario
hero
here.
Yui type shit.
Let's say someone told you one day that someone prophesied to you saying that you will be the one to take down a tyrant and you'll balance out the Force. Okay, cool. That was given to you. That word was given to you. You go through hoops, loops, roller coasters of emotions, blah, blah. You go to the dark side, you go to the light side, blah, blah. End of the day, you took down the tyrant. You fulfilled the prophecy, right?
Did I?
You took him down.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. Oh, you did.
A couple years later, turns out that he was alive and well.
What does that mean then?
Yeah, I don't know what it means. But what I'm saying is that could be anything. Could be that's the magic of storytelling.
Oh,
yeah.
But then that would destroy the prophecy of the Skywalker saga.
Who knows if that was the prophecy or not?
That was it.
What's the
you were supposed to balance the Force.
He did.
Join them.
He did balance the Force.
He did.
Yes.
You killed Palpatine.
Bounce my ass.
But the thing is that, but who's to say like what Obi-Wan said? Prophecies can be fickle things, right? So when
did he fulfill it though?
We don't know.
Is that fulfilling?
Did he kill Palpatine? Exactly. Like it defeats the whole.
He didn't kill Palpatine. Really we know that. Confirmed.
He did. Kill
we saw him die. He did die.
Ray Skywalker killed him. Ray Skywalker killed him.
She killed him.
Yeah.
Another
killed
one
him.
of him. It was his essence in a new body.
But that's still him.
We know he jerked off into a test tube on the Battle of Endor. We all were there. We know.
So, okay. So you're saying, you're supposed to balance the Force, right? Let's say back in the day, right?
And we
we're
see
watching.
the balance of the Force when we saw him as a Force ghost. And
He really what balance of the
he-
Force really happened though?
Yeah, that's all bullshit.
Yeah,
isn't
it's
it?
really the balance of the Force.
Fuck?
He killed Palpatine.
Palpatine.
Then the Empire pretty much
Correct.
fell apart. That's literally
Yes.
what happened. That's all that happened.
Yeah, how does that
right?
balance the Force?
How does that balance the Force?
Balance it. Hey, balance it, didn't it?
Okay, so this is
Well, hold
what you're
on,
doing. So
hold
what you're
on,
doing
the-
is
the
you're literally
Empire-
just
the Empire,
you're just
who was the Sith,
skimming it.
was too powerful, and there was like what, one Jedi left? That's not balanced at all.
There's more than one Jedi left.
Or that
Yeah,
time.
there turns out there are a lot of Jedi
so there's
alive.
50 Siths and what, 2 Jedis. Okay, that's not
Well,
balanced.
no,
anything.
I mean,
No,
there's
see-
there's a set number of Sith. We know that, and there's
Okay,
like
the
tons of
two,
Jedi.
but then the Sith army, basically.
Sith
The
army.
Empire.
Sith army.
The Empire is owned by the Sith, is it not?
Uh,
It's no Jedi.
There's only 2 Sith though, Master
Yes,
and
but
Apprentice.
they're owned by the Sith, right?
No,
Yes, it's not owned by Jedi.
yeah.
Who else is owning it then?
What's your point? I don't
Okay,
get where
okay,
you're
no,
going
Ed,
here.
I'm actually-
The whole
yeah.
point is that the new Star Wars movies destroyed the Skywalker saga, the prophecy. It just nullified it.
I think that the new Star Wars movies, I think Star Wars in general, like the prophecy, if you stopped all Star Wars content at Return of the Jedi, yeah, then that's prophecy was fulfilled. But the fact is that we have not stopped Star Wars content. Therefore,
You can
the
still do Star Wars content.
prophecy doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make
No,
any
the whole
sense.
Palpatine coming back makes no sense because he was already dead.
Well, he came back. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know what to tell you.
because woohoo, Disney.
But then no,
money.
that actually
Hey,
makes
came
perfect
back, though.
sense because at the end, okay, so you think about Star
You
Wars.
ask
Wait a
a
minute.
You
Oh,
ask a
wait a minute.
die-hard Star Wars
Rey
fan.
Skywalker balance. She's the one.
Oh God.
She is the one.
Rey
She-
Skywalker fulfilled the prophecy.
She technically fulfilled the prophecy.
She brought balance to the Force.
Even though it was told that Anakin Skywalker was the one and he was the one to balance out the Force.
Man, they
Yeah,
were
but
wrong
it
about
can be
that
fickle,
technically.
right?
It was
Isn't
Yeah,
that
it
what
can
you
be
a-
said?
it was a
yeah.
typo. Yeah,
he
it
did.
was
He
an
did what he
oversight.
did.
But
did
he,
what
but
he
the
did.
thing is,
Saying.
okay, so
Rey
but
Skywalker did it.
okay,
Anakin was born without a father.
That's because his mother was a whore. But I mean, we're not getting into that
Oh my-
detail.
yeah,
Like,
like
all right,
you're kind of slut shaming at the
all
moment.
right,
Ed. Like,
yeah. Ed, I don't want to get
Wow.
into
yeah, kind of grew up.
old
Ed.
girl here.
Wow.
Yeah, that's her business. You know what I mean?
from
But
from what I remember, yeah, from what I remember, anyone who is born without a father
Yeah,
might be
she's-
the one.
No, I mean
Yeah.
there's other people that have been born without that.
Ray
this-
doesn't know her parents.
Mhm.
She
had
doesn't.
parents.
No, she knew her parents.
Oh, I thought she didn't because she was dropped off when she was whatever.
Well, she had parents.
She knew she had
A
parents.
mother
at
and a
least.
father.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I
Who,
was just
who
saying.
wasn't shown in the movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
Both shown.
My point is this: is that ultimately the prophecy, right? When initially the prophecy was said that Anakin was going to balance the Force, he totally went against that, right? By ultimately empowering the Sith. And it wasn't until his son came about and pretty much he decided, hey, I want to be a daddy all of a sudden. He was like, oh no, I can't let my son get killed. Oh, what's Natalie Portman's character?
Padme.
Padme. I can't let my kid die. And then he stabs whatchamacallit. Or no, does he stab him? Or he just picks he stabs him.
Who?
Palpatine. Does he stab him or he just picks him up and throw him off?
Stab who?
He throws him
He
off.
just throws
the
him off. Okay, I thought maybe he pops.
Oh, he throws him off as he's still doing this. Ultimate Papa. Yeah.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, yes. Did he fulfill the prophecy? Sure.
Yes.
He fulfilled the prophecy in the sense that he killed the Emperor. And then, boom, the Empire fell apart after that point. But
I want there to be a Dave Filoni could do this. A deleted scene from Star Wars Episode 1 where little Anakin is like in his little house building a C-3PO and his father's like, hey, I'm going out for some cigarettes. I'll be back. And he leaves.
Yeah,
That's the scene.
that's
That's
canon.
the scene.
Hey,
And I'm like, oh my God.
he has a
damn,
father.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, he's like,
He's a
I'm going
deadbeat
to the
dad."
space store for space cigarettes.
Yeah, I'm going for
Space
space
cigarettes.
things.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Prophecy told, prophecy fulfilled. Everything in the middle, anything can happen.
But no, but the
Anything
thing
can
is, the
happen.
prophecy was fulfilled, and then it
Yes.
kept going. So it's no different than saying, okay, well, Jesus died on the cross, prophecy fulfilled, but guess what? He rose back up 3 days later. Like it's still
That's
continuation.
part of it, though.
But I'm saying, like, but who
But
says?
it can be fickle.
But there's no
Yeah,
one.
it can be fickle.
But there's no one else who would.
Yeah, Ray Skywalker did
fulfill
later.
that. There's no second
Skywalker.
person.
Ray Skywalker.
Yeah,
did.
Ray.
Ray
She put
Skywalker
it
was
to a T.
crucified later on. We know that for a fact.
Okay, because remember this. People said at one point that Anakin, like when episode 1, 2, and 3, blah blah blah, came out, right? They said that Anakin ultimately was not the one to fulfill the prophecy. It was actually Luke. Luke was the one that fulfilled the prophecy because
he was the catalyst.
He was a catalyst, so he's the true one that actually fulfilled the prophecy. Even Ben, Obi-Wan even said, "Hey, I believed in your father, blah blah blah, but you are actually the one that's going to fulfill the prophecy." Right?
I don't think that's correct.
I'm pretty sure. Yes,
I think it was Anakin.
Ben also said, like, "Hey, your father was supposed to be the one to fulfill the prophecy. It didn't work out." Obi-Wan, that's what they call him. Ben.
Old Ben Kenobi, you bitch.
Fuck, what the hell are you?
What
are you
the
watching
hell?
Are you watching?
There was someone named Ben too. I'm just thinking, like, who? When you talk about
Ben, these nuts.
Anakin was
Ben
still
the bear?
the one.
No, it doesn't matter.
Anakin was still the
in
one.
Star Wars, but in their
catalyst.
idea of it, yeah, sure, we can say that as the actual viewers on the outside. But in the universe, in the world, Obi-Wan had given up obviously on Anakin because Anakin had turned into Vader. So he had put the prophecy back on Luke. That's why he even, when Luke pretty much saw him out, he was like, "Okay, you know what? I'll go ahead and teach you." Cool. So Ed, I get there's a comment. I don't need you to tell me every time there's a comment. I can literally see it. Like
I agree with him.
So ultimately, at the end of the day, I don't know. But so Anakin, at the end of the day, Obi-Wan had given up on Anakin and pretty much had put the prophecy onto Luke. Now, while
Obi-Wan never gave any prophecies, the prophecy was given to Anakin. I forgot by who, but it wasn't by Obi-Wan.
No, everyone was aware of the prophecy.
Obi-Wan didn't like say, "Oh,
Ed, you obviously have not watched Star Wars, so I'm not. There's no reason to debate somebody who doesn't know what they're talking about. So
yeah,
you obviously don't know what you're doing. This is really embarrassing.
Well, anyone who didn't give the prophecy can say, "Oh, you know what, Luke? I think you're the one that's going to fulfill the prophecy because Vader is off killing kids and wearing all black and stuff like that. So I think Luke, you're the one." But no, the person that gave it would know the answer. It's always been
who gave it to him. Who gave it to him in the first place?
Actually, it wasn't anyone that we know of that was in the movies. It was said. It was never said by who. I think it was by someone that's not in the movies. But it was said in the Jedi Order, and everyone in the Jedi Order knows about the prophecy, but none of them gave the prophecy. So when they found like, oh, this kid has metachlorians over 9,000. And all that, and doesn't have a father.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So Cascade says the whole sequel felt retcon. I felt like Disney was dealing with extreme writer's block. Sure. I mean, the whole sequel could have been retcon. I mean, it is what it is. I don't believe it is. I believe they tried to continue on with the Star Wars, the Skywalker series, and that was it.
Oh wait, did they actually? They actually didn't they do it off the fly?
Yes. They
did.
Okay,
yeah, they did.
But it's canon, so I mean, it is what it is. Ray Skywalker is the one who balances the Force. We know this now. Thank you, Ray. Anyways, let's get to Ahsoka 6 and 7.
Get
our Blurries in here, baby.
Let's do it.
Creamcast, you have anything else that you want to say about 6 and 7?
6 and 7, I thought was pretty good.
What do you think about Enoch? What do you think about Enoch? We were creaming over Enoch while you were gone.
What do you guys say?
That he's Cream Dream Supreme for us. We got posters on our wall of Enoch.
Enoch. I mean, why are you big fans? I'm
looks cool as fuck. He's got that metal golden face.
Do you think he's actually a stormtrooper? Do you think he's a stormtrooper, or do you think he's a native? Or do you think he's a native that was probably brought back to life, or was a stormtrooper that was killed and brought back? What do you guys think?
I have no idea. Somebody he could be all magic inside that armor for all I know. But we also this touches on what we're talking about. What do you think's in the caskets? You think it's dead stormtroopers?
I think it's dead stormtroopers. I think with the Ceasars, I think they obviously deal with necromancy.
You don't think it's Dead Sisters? Dead like?
No, I don't think it's Dead Sisters. I
No,
think these are
I think
dead.
it's-
I think these are dead
I'm
stormtroopers.
gonna go with Dead Sisters. I'm gonna
No.
go with Dead Sisters.
No, I think
There's
these
not that many
are.
left.
I
It's
think
only
they're
Mark's
dead
mother
stormtroopers.
and that
That's on.
sister.
Yeah, I think it's the dead stormtroopers. I think they're going to deal with necromancy. We know necromancy is a thing in the Star Wars universe. So I believe that what's going to happen is that they're going to have an undead army of, yeah, I think they're going to have an undead army of stormtroopers. I think ultimately the stormtroopers are, I think it's going to be the Walking Dead stormtroopers. But we'll see what happens.
Cool. Oh wait, so Enoch, you're creaming for Enoch or not?
I think Enoch is pretty cool. The cool thing about
Yeah.
Enoch is that he is I think that he's possibly like an alien. I think he's probably was
That would be cool.
because he's the only person that so far that we've seen be able to speak in different languages to the animals and so forth.
The animals.
Yeah, so he was the only person that was able to speak a different language. And now,
Well, I mean,
he's been at
Can't Ezra speak to the beings of that world?
he can. He's been around them, but they said that in that world Thrawn was bringing up the fact that he can't. They've been at war with all of them. So unless they somehow were friends at one point or got some people on their side, which is totally possible. That's what I think probably happened. Yeah, I think that he's possibly either alien or he's a revived soldier, probably one of the best ones.
The undead.
Yeah.
He's probably a Gungan.
Could be.
Yeah.
Captain Tarples? You think Captain Tarples back?
Maybe.
What?
Like that.
I was gonna say. I was like, what if he's like what if they can like start reviving like?
What if it's Boss Nass?
Takes off his mask.
Yeah, just face is like elongates out.
Jar the whole time.
Brings it back.
That would be.
What if the person calling
that,
Balin is Jar Jar?
Yeah, that'd be absolutely.
No, it's
if they ever deliver on
Watto
that
is calling Balin.
Sith Jar Jar theory, that'd be pretty cool.
That would actually be kind of cool.
That would be the ultimate like fan desire.
Yeah, I just think that the zombie thing is just so realistic to probably happen.
Cool, right?
Well, I think it's going to happen because we
cool.
saw that other Jedi or that other Sith, right? Come out, and once he got stabbed, he just evaporated into smoke. Like we didn't get to see.
Shit.
We didn't get to see what was actually inside that suit. So 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't be surprised if that is
shit!
remnant
I
of the
forgot
magic.
about boy. What if that's the situation in all of them?
Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
Cool.
So maybe they're the essence of past, stormtroopers or whatever else. They can now, with the influence of the sisters, can be force wielders. Like
Ron did say that he lost a lot of people.
Force wielding stormtroopers.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Cool.
Undead force wielding stormtroopers is fucking awesome.
That would be fucking awesome. And then that would make a lot of sense with Palpatine, right? Like Palpatine was dealing with in dark side of the Force in dark technology. If they somehow get it, like they sync that together and be like, hey, someone, Thrawn, Enoch, somebody had access to this dark magic. And was able to melt that with technology, that will explain like this, like force cloning. Because I mean, think about it, like just straight, like even with like the stormtroopers, right? Stormtroopers, what was the original bounty hunter's name? It wasn't
Jango Fett.
Jango Fett. I was like, it's not Boba Fett, it's Jango Fett. So like all the bounty hunters, like all the stormtroopers were nowhere near the level of Jango Fett, right? Like Jango Fett was the original. He was better. Say he was just the original. Like how do you get a Palpatine that is at this point? I mean, Palpatine is still powerful as shit.
You think there's an original Palpatine and we've just been dealing with clones or something?
Oh, they're like watered down versions of them? Maybe.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
No.
Well, remember they're supposed to have the dark with the dark, not dark Jedi. What are they called again? Dark stormtroopers, right? So dark stormtroopers, have they gone into detail what those I think they did. Didn't they go into detail what those are in Rebels? I can't remember.
The farthest they went, not Rebels, but the farthest they went in the comic books is they found Luke's hand and they tried to use that to clone people, or rather, but that's the farthest that they went to. But
because I thought the dark stormtroopers were supposed to be clones of Jedi, of Jedi cells. I thought, but
Mm.
maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm dead ass wrong. But that would be. I'm saying that this will give some type of explanation of the jump they went from here to now, like to Palpatine, of how they were able to clone him, and they've gone through all those failures and so forth, and having strong force wielders. That'd be kind of cool. So I don't know. I'm for Enoch. I'm not gonna lie. He's probably one of the coolest stormtroopers we've had in a while.
We're
for sure.
creaming. Yeah.
Yeah.
For, you know,
Hell
sure.
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right. Did you
Score
guys get your
time.
blurries?
No.
Yeah, let's do
All right,
it.
let's do it.
No, we didn't do it yet. So this is for we do one for each, or what did we do last time? Yeah, we did one for each.
Yeah, we could do one for each. That's cool.
Right.
I thought we
okay.
did them all at once. Whatever we watched.
It doesn't matter. We're gonna score the entire series.
Yeah, we're gonna score the entire series here.
Yeah.
Give it for 5 and 6.
You know what?
Or 6 and 7.
I'll give for 6 and 7. I'm gonna also agree that I enjoyed 6 and 7 more than 5, which is the flashback Anakin episode. I thought I'm more interested in this new world, new shit happening. I'm way more invested and interested here. So I'm gonna go ahead and say double niners here. We'll go ahead and give it double niners. I thought it was they're both really good.
Then add another 9 because
real quick before we give our score, did we talk about, you guys talk about Ezra at all and how he was a force?
A little bit.
Yeah, but
he's using the force like Neo from Matrix Matrix Resurrections.
The first person to do that.
The Force my ally said
he's fighting with the Force. I'm like, yo, is this like Avatar Airbender type shit?
Now,
like,
of course, this dude will get his own lightsaber at some point. But he was
his lightsaber. Cool. What's her face has his lightsaber.
Well, he gave it to her. So
is he like what? Is he like the first Indian Jedi?
But not the last.
Is he? I need to look it up.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
I felt some inclusion there, and I didn't know how I felt about that.
You grabbed like your broomstick and started.
Yeah, that was like Ezra. Flying around. I'm Ezra.
Oh my goodness!
A whole new world.
He called the whole family, gathered them around the TV. He's like, "Great news, guys!
Yeah.
It's finally happened.
Have you heard?
Gather around.
Ezra, we got one. We got one.
Yeah, right.
Your parents are all
I was
confused.
yelling at my neighbors. We got one, damn you!
Yeah, your family's so confused. Like, what? What the hell? So,
well, the thing is, he's gonna dress up. Ezra? They're gonna dress up. He's gonna dress up as Ezra. They're not gonna know who he's dressed up as. They're gonna think he's like a beggar or something like that. Like, oh,
that's why you have blue eyes all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, you can have those like off-putting blue eyes.
Yeah. He's gonna be put on a like a Time magazine or something, like poor Indian kid or some shit like that. Ezra. I'm not gonna lie, his eyes are enchanting though. I'm not gonna lie. Every time he talks, I was like,
he does. Yeah, he's got his eyes are definitely appealing.
Yeah.
Creamcast. Let me ask you this: you think Ezra's real? Really quick. Do you think Ezra is real?
What do you mean?
You think he's a real person, or is he made up by the mothers?
No, I think he's a real person.
Oh, like he could be an essence of something else, or maybe of an essence of Ezra that used to be there or something.
Exactly.
That's just a thought.
I think
the actor's half.
Dude, that'd be a dope reveal.
The actor's half Iranian and half Ecuadorian. What a combination!
That is a combination.
Wow.
He's a handsome guy. He's a handsome guy. Yeah. I'm not gonna... To answer your question, Ed, I think he's real. I do have questions on how the hell did he get away from Thrawn? Because at the end of Rebels, he's literally like holding Thrawn, having the damn whales holding Thrawn, and then he light warps away with the whales to the new galaxy. So I'm like, how the hell did he actually get away from them? That's kind of crazy. And another thing that's crazy too is like the window to the starship or to the Star Destroyer was broken. Yeah. So how the hell did he survive that? I felt like you would just got annihilated going light speed. Like it should have just been a splatter of blue eyes.
Shut up. Air. That's how.
Yeah. Well, he has the strong Indian plot armor. Definitely feeling some Bollywood effects here. Somehow he survived that, but he's
even though it's confirmed he's not Indian at all, but I will take it. And
or Iranian.
Yeah, just take it. Yeah,
just
take
it.
I'll take it. It's
yeah. Now here's
tomato,
my thing.
Tomato.
Yeah,
here's
really
my thing. They were the mothers were easily able to find Ahsoka, no problem.
Yes.
Why couldn't they do that with Ezra?
Yeah, they didn't care.
Yeah, he really didn't care because at the point,
Yeah, I really didn't care. He seemed
Ezra
like
is
he
the
was a
one that
non-threat.
brought Thrawn to that planet, basically.
Yeah, but he definitely seems like a non-threat to Thrawn at this
yeah,
point.
Thrawn doesn't care about him. Remember,
Yeah.
and Thrawn's idea, they were just stranded. Thrawn just didn't care about him. And remember, Thrawn was saying like we were fighting the natives on the land. He's like, this land is not as hospitable as one would
Yes,
think.
it seems.
Yes, it seems. So I think Thrawn, obviously the Thrawn and sisters know there's something on that planet. Because even, like I said, Balin is weird. He knows something is there. They're trying to get away from that planet for some reason. So, and they took heavy losses. We don't know necessarily what they took the heavy losses on per se. But yeah, I think just Ezra wasn't a big deal to them, ultimately. Like, why is he going to continue to expend forces when he has to fight several fronts of natives, whatever's on that planet? And
Yeah,
then try
he's
to find
like,
Ezra?
it's not worth it to try to like, just how he took the loss with Ahsoka.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, you know what? We're done. There's no point in me fighting and giving her the chance to stop me. Let's just retreat and go.
It seemed to be a more strategic move. Like,
Which is-
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
that-
It's strategic.
Yeah, it's
doesn't
not
need
like a
to waste
typical.
the
Yeah, so
resources on it.
strategically, it would not benefit him to try to
Yeah,
go for
to waste the resources.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's,
it's not
a
a
waste of
typical-
resources.
Yeah, it's not a
There's
typical
more
bad
important
guy.
things
Thrawn
to do.
he's a very
Yeah.
strategic. He doesn't use the Force. He has nothing but mental.
His brain.
Yeah, and he's only
He's very
mental.
strategic.
Yeah, that's the thing. Thrawn literally is just he's very strategic. He's cold as shit.
He's step ahead.
Yeah, he was like I've already thought about all the different things that he even said in the episode. He's like, I've already thought of all the different situations that can happen and blah blah. This is actually in our benefit. We gain the benefit of time. And Ahsoka's over there just hugging Ezra like, happy to see you, Ezra.
Oh my god, they're wasting so much time.
Yeah, like, well, happy to see you, Ezra. I'm like, dude, you should be out there fucking going ham.
Yeah,
with,
that they have a ship that just landed next to them.
Yeah, you have
Board
2.5
that bitch
Jedi.
and make a beeline towards the big ship.
Yeah, you have 2.5 Jedi. Shin can obviously get killed easily. If Ezra was serious, he could have killed Shin easily. If Ahsoka was even remotely serious, she could have killed Shin.
Yeah.
There's nobody else that can really stop them. So they
hasn't
really
gone Ultra Instinct yet.
Who?
Yeah.
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka, she's not there yet.
All right. Anyways, I gave my double nines. Double nines for me.
Okay,
yeah, 9 for me as well.
Double nines.
Double nines? I don't know if I'll give it double nines. First episode.
You don't have the balls. That's why.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I'm giving 9 to both of them, not 9 and 9.
Well, still double
nines.
That's
automatically double nines.
Yeah, it's double nines.
Yeah, I
know. That's that Ed math.
Wait a minute. No, that's what's his name math?
Okay, don't hurt your brain. All right,
yeah,
his name.
I would say
his name.
Papa Pump.
Big Papa Pump.
Holla. You hear me?
That's his math.
Big bad booty daddy.
I would say, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'll give this an 8.5. I'll give it 8.5.
You wanted to say 9.
I would say the first episode showing Thrawn. Actually, both. Yeah, it's probably double nines. Those are really
they're damn good.
They're damn good episodes. They're really good,
solid as fuck.
And I'm not gonna lie, I love seeing Thrawn. Like, I like seeing a character that's not like Moff Gideon. I felt like Moff Gideon was so stereotypical.
Moff Gideon's a bitch,
but
right?
Thrawn is just like, all right, well, we'll kill him. Yeah, I've already thought about it. They're not really wasting my time.
Think about it. Here, hold on. Double nines justified. You got your Enoch, all right? You got your Thrawn entrance. You got some great lightsaber action on that planet with they got the mothers.
You got good space battle.
Space battle. Yeah, space battle. You got the turtles, the turtle people, which I thought looked real cool.
That was cool as hell. Yeah,
turtle people were pretty cool.
Double nines, man. In terms of creativity and excitement.
Yeah, these were good episodes.
At the end of each one of these episodes, I was like, no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, they better not go to black. I'm like, these Yeah, I hated that.
Every one of these episodes. That's the sign of the
Teenage Mutant Peaceful Turtles.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right,
go ahead,
Ed.
Double nines. All right.
No, it's
no.
It's
the Anakin one. The Anakin one. 10.
We didn't ask the Anakin.
We're not talking about the Anakin.
That was last
time.
Double nines.
Okay, there we go.
Double nines. You know your place. Damn right.
Oh. Know your role.
Yeah, you know yours.
Know your role.
All right, take us out.
Yeah, take us out. Yeah, we're pushing almost 3 hours.
All right, ladies and Sith and Jedis. It has been episode 98. of the Blurred podcast. As always, you can catch us on all major platforms, and you can.
I'm too
What?
fat to do a spinner, Rooney.
Okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Come on.
Go ahead, Ed.
See, I was doing well until you said that.
All right, Ed. Take us
All
out.
right, Skywalker.
Oh,
this has
God.
been episode 98 of no.
The
This has
Blurred
been
Podcast.
episode 98 of the Blurred Podcast. You can find us on all major platforms and catch us here live on twitch.tv/the Blurred Podcast. Blur you later. Jedi.
All right.
Do it.
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 All right, later, guys.
All right,
Later.
later.
Peace.
Skywalker.